do the right thing. Pick the quarterback. Pick the guy you've been going after. Let's not monkey around here. Let's get this done. And so, but you're sitting there just waiting. You're at the mercy of another organization and kind of what they're going to do. You feel confident, but you can't be 100% confident until you hear Roger Goodell say, the Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward.
So, hey, there you go. Some of that nervousness. And again, you could kind of hear what the video would be showing you. So I'd encourage you to take a dive, Jaguars.com, and check out the hunt, give you a real cool perspective from behind those closed doors. Granted, it's going to, for the sake of, franchise security, sure, you're getting that glimpse 2-3 weeks sometimes after the news was made, but still nonetheless to see how the process played out. And in this case, how it played out to what the Jaguars wanted is a fun watch. So you can follow that. You can track that off season. You're going to get all kinds of, OTA, training camp, and, inside player features. You'll see it all. It's basically like Hard Knocks, right, E?
Yeah, it's a good little inside look behind the scenes.
It's real similar to Hard Knocks, only it is sorry, I got distracted. I was reading something here. Only it's based strictly here on the local perspective. All right. Maybe it's baseball karma. I mean, shout out classless Phillies fans who celebrated a Braves injury yesterday because the fastball got away from our pitcher in game 1 of the series and hit Bryce Harper on the elbow. But the irony of some sort of karma is not lost on me. If you miss game 1, Spencer Strider, first inning, fastball inside. Bryce Harper doesn't get out of the way, pegs him on the elbow, missed the rest of the series. It'll calm down. He'll be fine long run, not a season ender by any stretch. But nonetheless, it's the kind of play that makes you mad if you're if that's your team. I get it. It's bad luck. You really should be mad at luck. It wasn't intentional. So yesterday they're playing for the first time, and all the talk, and they're raising it up on sports media. There better be some payback here. You better get retribution, yada yada, which is really completely silly because again, it was not an intentional beanball. Nonetheless, yesterday early in the game, Braves pitcher AJ Smith-Shawver is on the mound, and he releases the pitch. I think was it Stott? I think. Bryson Stott was at the plate. He lines one back up the middle right off of, you guessed it, the elbow. He injured an elbow and an ankle on the play, had to be taken out of the game. The complete lack of awareness by the Braves coaching staff is amazing. So he gets hit, he goes down, and he throws some warms-up pitches, and then they leave him in the daggum game, and here's your pitching coach and your manager watching, and it was Spencer Strider had to walk over in the dugout and kind of tell him, hey, man, he's struggling here. He sees him wincing and shaking his arm, and at that point, they make the change, and then you learn after the game he's probably going to be out for a while. So, yeah, there you go, Phillies fan. You happy? You got your retribution. It was the split of the doubleheader yesterday. I said this about doubleheaders, man. They're fun to watch as a fan, I guess, but really there's 3 outcomes, and 2 of them are bad. You get a split, which you don't want, especially if you're Atlanta, and somehow it's not even June, and you're 10 games back in the division race. And obviously the sweep is just completely unacceptable. That's for sure. So anyway, not a lot of baseball yesterday. The Women's College World Series is underway. The Lady Gators lost their first go-round. They fall into the losers bracket. Texas beat them. Oklahoma beat Tennessee with the drama. They were down 2 runs, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Girl had a 3-run homer. Yeah, he had a 3-run walk-off. And so the Women's College World Series is underway. The regionals in baseball start today, so you can keep up to date with that. I believe the Gators have a relatively early afternoon game at the Coastal Carolina Regional. So certainly we'll be tracking that over the weekend as we move along as well. Man, first round of the golf yesterday, and I suppose that when in Brunch with the Tour, we should have at least considered riding the hot hand. Ben Griffin, who won on a tour last week, it's his second win this year, but the first one came in the team competition, so it's kind of easier to forget. But last week's win, impressive, and lo and behold, here at Memorial, a course where they weren't going super low yesterday. There weren't a lot of low scores. A lot of big names shooting 2-3 under par. Not that that's anything to quibble at, but there were some 6, 7, 8. I think Justin Thomas was 8 over. The scoring wasn't super low yesterday. And Griffin shot 7 under par. He has a 2-shot lead after round 1. This coming off his first victory last week. So mini Shazam there to, I believe he's South Georgia. Is it Golden Isles they call that area there? Sea Island and that area. I'm pretty sure he's somewhat local. And man, sure is the hot hand right now on the golf tour. I'll mention this. I thought it was interesting, and then we'll go to break, come back, talk to Captain Kev. I got more from the hunt, and also the PFF's offseason continues to throw me some interesting stuff. I've seen more positional rankings. Eric Armstead said the other day, I guess he tweeted out, look out, Brenton Strange is going to be a top 5 tight end. Is that the way it went down, Nee?
No.
But I'm saying, isn't that what
Armstead said? He tweeted that out. He said Brenton Strange is going to be a top 5 tight end.
All right, well, Pro Football Focus has ranked the top 32 tight ends, so we'll see where he falls. Spoiler alert, it's not top 5.
Right.
And more. I saw more from Pro Football Focus that we'll dive into a little bit here in the 6 o'clock hour as well. So up and at 'em with us. I'm still looking for that sunrise shot. What y'all doing out there? You asleep on me at the beach?
I know, right? Well, I'm looking for it too.
Yeah, I've got people that are out there. Here's my man. Last 8 hours of work before I see sunrises in Hawaii. Getting ready to take either a vacay or a transplant. One of the two.
Something.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm officially on the countdown now too. What is today?
Friday, May 30th.
Yeah, week from tomorrow. Yo soy Brinking.
Ay.
Oh, a week from tomorrow, we get on that plane, ET. We're off to the Enchanted Isle. You bet we are.
El Yunque.
That's my guy. We'll be back with more next. You're listening to The Drill. Up and at 'em. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. This is the place for Jaguars football.
Your AFC South champs, baby.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Jacksonville, Kia on Atlantic is open for business and the place to be this Friday. Taylor Dahl here from Helmets and Heels. Come see us broadcast from noon to 2 on Friday. Talking cars and incredible prizes. The first person to arrive in your own Kia during the live show wins a free set of tires. You could score club seats to a Jaguars game with a parking pass or tickets to see live in Collective Soul at Daly's Place. And they're giving away 2 free oil changes and 2 alignments. Off Atlantic near Kernan, noon to 2 at the new Kia on Atlantic.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, Green for Life.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Baloo here for Spunez Vision. Why Spunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Spunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Spunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Spunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SpunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Attention poker enthusiasts, get ready for unbeatable action at Best Bet with locations in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. Dive into the excitement with $500 high hands every Friday and $1,000 high hands every Saturday. And save the dates for May's table game giveaways. $300 every 20 minutes on select Fridays and Saturdays. Want in on the action? Visit BestBetJax.com for all the details. That's BestBetJax.com.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 6th.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek rope swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 3:20 for the latest in sports injuries. From all the big names in the game, who's MIA, who's coming back from injury. Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 3:20.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
The NBA playoffs are here, and there's no better place to catch the action than Hurricane Grill and Wings. With slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts, plus fresh, never frozen wings in over 30 flavors, and big screens everywhere. This is your home for all the games. Handcrafted cocktails, bold flavors, big plays. Don't just watch the games, experience them at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Captain Kevin Favor's Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
Yeah, listen, I knew you Coastal Googans had come through. I guess we got a little impatient and actually wait for that sun to start rising. We'll bring in Captain Kevin Favor this morning on the Checkmate Coatings hotline. And, you know, Kev, I said when I drove in, I try and stay away from the 7 deadly sins like envy. And I had a little beach envy driving in today. Most of the time driving in, it's dark. We're under the cloak of darkness. There's a few, you know, it was like, you know, not long, 3 weeks maybe we drive in where I know that sun's just rising out there. It's a beautiful, calm morning. So I've encouraged them to send in some of these, you know, I need some sunrise shots. And, now they're flooding in. So thank you, Googans, on the text line. Before we get into local fishing forecast, Kev, I want to bring this breaking news to you as an outdoorsman, rugged as I am as well. Where are you at on Bigfoot?
So, skunk apes, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it. You know, listen, you could have gotten away with that in the 70s and the 80s because we didn't have the technology that we have now. And I'm talking about hunters.
Yeah.
You know, with the technology that we have on cameras that are in the woods. I check my cameras all day, every day.
You haven't seen a Sasquatch yet?
No, I have not.
Or a squatch, as I like to call them. Inside the industry, we call them a squatch.
I have not seen one.
Okay.
I have not. No.
Well, you're just not looking in the right place because I'm following these reports in Michigan. Have you seen these?
I have not.
Yeah, father and his young son were out, but both fish. I bring it up because it's fishing, so I'm allowed.
Okay. Yep.
They're both fishing in some swampy area up there in Michigan where I guess purportedly there have been 250 reported sightings of the Squatch, in the last few years. Anyhow, so father and son are both fishing, and they claim that they saw a Bigfoot, and it's being researched by the Fish and Game and this, that, and the other, and it's being viewed as a quote credible sighting. Kev, a credible sighting. But
okay.
I think what it is.
You got to do some research.
No, there's some dude. Let me tell you what's going on up there in Michigan. These crazy so-and-sos. There's some dude in a costume. That's all there is to it. There's no such thing as I'll tell you where I stand on the Squatch. Ain't no such thing, brother.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a Bigfoot, he would have long ago. We would have found something, some evidence, some bones, something. I mean, I've never seen anything in my life that's been seen a million times, yet never seen one time.
Right, and I have crazy pictures of my hunting buddies with gorilla costumes on, going in front of cameras,
ghillie suits, all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic, by the way.
yeah, it is. So I'm going to guess that this is a just a hoax up there in Michigan. But be on the alert. We have an active Bigfoot sighting with quote a credible sighting up there in Michigan. So if any of y'all heading up for a golf trip or to hang out on the lake or go hunting, just be careful.
Yeah,
he's up there. Apparently,
there's a Bigfoot up there.
Apparently, don't go bow fishing. Just maybe you'll miss him. Yeah. What is this? Somebody saying sharks are showing up in ponds. Have you heard this one? Is this local?
I saw something like that, like down south.
What now? Wait,
I saw a video on social media, and it was a shark.
What do you mean they're showing up in ponds? Certainly had to be placed there. They don't just show up in ponds, Kev.
It was crazy.
Well, there's got to be ways of getting into those ponds,
right? And
I mean, it's just like seriously, if they wanted to. From Guana Lake all the way up to the north, you could get into the Ponte Vedra lagoons.
Yeah, I guess why. And
think about them.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Think about them draining the stadium. I mean, those go all the way to the intercoastal.
Yeah.
So could it happen? Hell yeah, it could happen.
Well, I gotta give thumbs down to the civil engineers that somehow devised a pond that had shark access. I'm gonna say let's shut that down in the future somehow.
Yeah,
maybe no sharks in my ponds. Just a thought. Only in Florida, man. Like I said, Florida's the only place in the friggin' country that you can be standing 5 feet from a shark and 5 feet from an alligator and not know either one is there.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's madness. Now we went in last Friday. You gave me the most glowing fishing report perhaps you've given in 20 years.
And I'm gonna even better that.
What?
I'm gonna tell you, it may have been the best month that we've had of fishing in a long time. I mean, it has been incredible. As a matter, I was talking to Captain Ricky before about this on the forecast show last night. I was like, when's the last time we saw this many sailfish locally? You know what I mean? I'm not talking about Gulf Stream or anything like that. I'm just talking about on the local waters. Anywhere from 3 miles out until to 10 miles out. He said, I've never seen it like this. The fishing yesterday, it just continues to be all week, all month, like it was 3-4 weeks ago. The kingfish are on the beach, and that's a cool thing. There's a Fernandina Kingfish tournament tomorrow, so I think they're gonna have a good day of kingfish, and the weather looks good.
Old School's next week, isn't it?
Old School is the second week. It's
2 weeks.
14th.
Okay.
14th. Yeah, 2 weeks. So I mean that's looking fantastic. So yeah, it's been a long time, buddy. And by the way, we had the weather for it. April just sucked. I mean, that's all I can say. Excuse my language, but it was awful. We were trying to get out there. There was bait on the beach in April. We're like, but even when you got out, it just wasn't that good. We had the same weather conditions, and once that weather turned, and when it turned, it what happened is the wind switched to the west, which is your typical west wind, and then southeast sea breeze in the afternoon. That's a great combination for fishing. And then really you take lack of rain. Now we've had some thunderstorms here in the last couple of days, which is a good thing. It just all sets up to phenomenal fishing. I mean, I caught tarpon yesterday. I caught jacks yesterday. I caught kingfish yesterday, and never was more than a half a mile offshore.
Wow, yeah, that's a great day. That's a good day for a charter captain, by the way. Good gas day. That's a good gas day, my man.
That's a half day, bro. I'm back at the dock at noon, and everybody literally, they're wore out. Their arms are,
all right.
It's phenomenal. The only downer is there hasn't been much bait in Mayport, in Amelia, in those areas.
A little north.
Yeah, a little north. I mean, it's here and there. It's hit or miss. And honestly, it's been hit or miss in St. Augustine too. But we've had a lot of mullet in the ditch. We've had a few pokies in Salt Run. But yesterday the pokies were everywhere. I mean, like miles of them. So it should be a phenomenal week. I mean, same thing tomorrow. 10 to 15 out of Southwest. 10 to 15 out of Southwest today. And you're thinking, well, that sounds like a lot of wind. Look, when you're fishing the beach, 10 to 15 out of the west is nothing. I mean, that's what you want. You're looking for that breeze, because when it quits around 10 o'clock, it is awful.
Yeah. Has the water temperature stayed down a little bit and kept it cooler?
It's 81.
It's back up.
81 yesterday.
Yeah, it's back up.
Yep.
Did we ever get the pompano settling at all?
No,
it just did a little north and a little south, but they never really came, did they?
No, they didn't. We that particular April just really screwed everything up.
Yeah.
I mean, it just did. It blew southeast every day. And it just it messed up everything. It messed up the cobia fishing. It messed up the pompano run. So no.
All right.
No, I've had very, very few pompano reports in April, and obviously it's done now with 81 degrees.
Yeah, they gone.
Yep.
All right. It's pretty much down to whiting in the surf for about 4 months. Feels like. From what I understand, even the whiting that they're catching right now are very small. Yeah, but just no fun. All right, I got a couple updates for you.
Okay.
'Cause that's how we roll here. We're constantly updating, and then I have a question for you before I let you go. Apparently, the shark in the pond was in a salt pond on Block Island off of Rhode Island. Maybe that's separate from the one ET thought that was in South Florida. Okay. What I don't need with this update is the fact that there are now not one but two sharks in ponds here in this great land.
Oh boy!
Yeah, and then the second one, because in case you didn't know, Bigfoot is actually this is from the text line. It's not by Lifetime Closers. Bigfoot is actually an interdimensional being, which is why you don't see it on camera. Not real, yet real. So, you just got to have the answers. All right, now I have a question for you. I saw Jack Nicklaus was asked who he would play his dream foursome with. You want to guess who? You want to guess what would make up the Jack Nicklaus dream foursome?
I would say Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, and Tiger.
You got one for three.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep shuffling. You got one for three. So I'm
shuffling.
I'm not going to tell you which one. You got one. So far, you got one of the three.
Goodness gracious. Lee Trevino and Raymond Floyd.
Okay, you still got one of the three. I will give you this hint. A lot of the guys you're mentioning had the opportunity to play an awful lot of golf with. All three guys on this list are not guys that he got the chance to play a lot of golf with. That tells you one of them on the list. Tiger's on the list. Tiger's one of his four. The other two.
Of course, Tiger's on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The other two are Bobby Jones.
Okay.
Who he didn't get to play with at all and says he would like to. And Ben Hogan, who he's most impressed with, who he played with a very little bit at the end of Hogan's career in the beginning of his. So, anyway, there's that. All right, my man. Outdoor show tomorrow?
Right,
what? Huh?
Yeah. We'll be in studio tomorrow. It should be a lot of fun. We have a lot to talk about. That's for sure. And,
all right. Well,
and Bigfoot sightings.
Okay. Well, this laptop has gotten laptop computer. Some say has gotten a mind of its own. It's going to shut down overnight. So you give yourself about 15 minutes to get this baby whirling and hummed up. So a little early arrival. Make sure you get this thing going. Okay?
Okay, buddy. I'll do it.
There you go. All right. That's my guy. Thank you, brother. All right. That's Captain Kevin Fair with the Checkmate Coatings hotline. Speaking of fish, Sharks played a Thursday nighter. Ooh, let's stick to Saturday, Z. Went to Massachusetts last night, and got taken by the Pirates. I think I saw a 2-touchdown score, maybe 43-29, something along those lines. We'll get the scoop from head coach Jason Gibson on Monday as the Sharks return back home. Speaking of the Sharks, they'll help bring us football fix along with the home course. And I'm going to take you inside the Jaguars little reality show called The Hunt. And let you listen in on at least one cool comment that I have caught from some of the highlights there. Where does Britton Strange top 5 tight end, according to Eric Armstead? Where is he according to Pro Football Focus? They ranked all 30, well, not all 32. They ranked 32. I'll let you know where our Jaguars tight end fell. All that and more, plus football fix. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Let the excitement of the game take you away.
Flyers back on top of the college basketball world championship madness.
Your home for play-by-play is 1010XL.
It's a great day to be a Gator.
Oh, no.
You okay in there?
Toilet's backed up. It won't flush.
Okay, I'll call the pros.
The tank isn't filling. The handle does nothing. Run for your life.
Don't be so dramatic. Duck Rooter will fix it.
For any plumbing issue, call Duck Rooter, your local plumbing professionals and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're stuck, call the Duck.
904-862-6769.
Are you ready to step up to luxury? Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Visti.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
This summer, get ready to rock like never before. The Jacksonville Rock Orchestra brings the thunder with an electrifying night of Led Zeppelin like you've never heard it. Live at the Florida Theater, June 4th. Kashmir, Whole Lotta Love, and Stairway to Heaven reimagined with the full power of a rock orchestra. Led Zeppelin, orchestra style, only in Jacksonville. Get your tickets before they're gone at floridatheater.com.
Power bill just went up again? Why keep paying more? Clay Solar can wipe that electric bill out. Right now, they'll cover your first 6 months' payments. Visit claysolar.com today to schedule your free consultation. claysolar.com.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here reminding you the 4th annual Dailies Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic is right around the corner. We sure appreciate our friends at Dailies, always making it possible, and appreciate so many of you who have played over the years. This year, we're back at Deer Creek Country Club Monday, June 9th at 9 a.m. with tons of prizes, auction items, and an awful lot of fun. You'll even meet some of our young walk-off players. Just go to walkoffcharities.com for more information. Can't wait to see you on June 9th at the Dailies Walk-Off Charities Golf Classic.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
I was shopping. Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. While we've earned the reputation as North Florida and South Georgia's preeminent official Rolex jeweler, it's important to point out that at Underwoods we carry other watches too. We start with Seiko, the most reliable, serviceable watch made for under $500. And they've started making jeweled, self-winding watches again, and sports watches you'd have to see to believe. Next we have Tavan, the Swiss-made ladies and men's and dress and sport watches, and they start at $575. Another name we carry is Tudor, inspired by Rolex with the same founder and owner, the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation. And their sport watches and chronographs are the rage in Swiss timekeeping, with new in-house watch movements and exciting new model introductions every year. So if you're interested in watches, we have what you want at Underwoods, and all of our watches carry a 5-year warranty. At Underwoods, in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops upon Avedra.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. In summertime, it really can stretch out most of the year because we love the warm temperatures here in the Sunshine State. Greg, give them an idea of what Honda has to offer.
They are all over the board. They've got Honda scooters, Honda motorcycles, we've got Honda boats, we've got Honda side-by-sides. Whatever you like, we've got it.
That means adventure is waiting.
That's right, and we're ready for you.
In the showroom, you can find all that Honda has to offer on Atlantic near Regency, or check out Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're back on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs. Sun rising on a beautiful beach day. Jack Nicklaus Dream Foursome, Tiger Woods, Ben Hogan, Bobby Jones. Somebody asked me on the text line, maybe I missed it early in 6 o'clock. What will be your foursome? That's a tough one. Spitballing. How do you go? Like, do you go interesting? Do you go fan crush? Do you go people you haven't met? Like, there's some people that some might immediately choose that I have because of my job or other reason before stuff that I've spent time around. So I wouldn't necessarily go to somebody that I've already spent a bunch of time with, right? What about this foursome?
Hit me.
I don't think you could guess my foursome. All right, I'm going to give you a chance.
All right.
There's one golfer in my fit.
Scotty.
There's one golfer in my foursome. Don't overthink it.
Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger.
Uh-huh.
Play with Tiger. I know he's a shell of what he once was, but I gotta. I mean, you're gonna play 18 holes of golf. You do it with the best that's played in your lifetime, at least actively.
All
right. So that okay. I got one actor. I don't think you'll get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. It ain't Tom Cruise.
Again, no. I'm putting it in a foursome now. It's my foursome. Y'all stay off of it. I'm putting The Rock in my foursome.
Okay, Dwayne Johnson.
I'm playing with Tiger and The Rock. And have one athlete, non-golfer.
It's going to be a Brave.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm. If you think about this, you'll get it.
Oh, is it going to be Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark. My foursome's The Rock, Tiger, Caitlin, and me. Clark, not Jenner. Just for clarification.
I'm probably going LeBron.
But what about mine? Is mine okay? You can hang out at mine.
I could probably do all of them.
That's an interesting one to me. I'm getting on some different, spikes and strokes. I thought about Cena over The Rock. I just don't trust that Cena can hit a golf ball. Cena and Rock are like the same dude to me, aren't they? Real similar.
Real similar
dudes. So yeah, The Rock, Caitlin Clark, and Tiger I'm going to go with. Whatever. For now. It's
going to change.
I mean, I'm being asked on the fly here, right, to respond on the text line. So that probably made it a little bit tougher. All right, give me your four quick, and then we're going to move on and do some football.
I'm probably going LeBron.
That's a good one. I thought about him.
I'll do Oprah Winfrey.
Good. I love it.
And let's go with just for giggles, let's go Spike Lee.
Okay, there you go. That's a very good, diverse one as well. So I like it. All right, the hunt has dropped for the Jaguars. Their media team puts together a behind-the-scenes look.
They do a real good job.
It's good, man. Y'all will like it. I mean, you will. Y'all will like it. Oh, by the way, I have one more update before we do this. There is also a bull shark. Yes, it's been confirmed. And ET was right. North Fort Myers. So that's two confirmed sharks in ponds. So before you go bluegill fishing this weekend, take a good view for fins. Just saying. All right. So the hunt is dropped, and so we get some more insight into draft night inside the war room, and this comment from James Gladstone on the idea to trade up for hopefully a franchise-shifting player in Travis Hunter.
Early April, James came up with the idea. And all three of us love Travis Hunter and wanted to see him in a Jaguar jersey. To be honest, I wasn't thinking about, could we trade up? I mean, it kind of crosses your mind. James came to Liam and I. We're sitting in the draft room, and he says, we think about maybe making a phone call to Cleveland and New York and see if we can move up and try to get Travis. I pretty much immediately, at least in my mind, was like, why not? And if we have a chance to go get a generational talent, a guy who's trying to redefine the game of football as far as playing on both sides of the ball, I think it's a great idea.
I don't know that there was much expectation as much as it was just curiosity, and we were in the discovery phase, right? Exploration, and seeing if there was in fact a path to make it come to life. Once we got through the owners' meetings and established some initial lines of communication with all the general managers across the league, we were able to go deeper, and at that point in time, Andrew Berry and I were able to dive into what would become the framework for ultimately the move from 5 to 2.
All right, so Baselli, Gladstone, and this new era of Jaguars football that will now get layered up yet again. We got an official mini camp coming up. Gosh, I don't have the dates in front of me. Shame on me. I want to say 9th to 13th, 6th to 11th, something like that, coming up late next week. So, as always, 1010XL, boots on the ground, we'll have you covered as the Jaguars get ready for what could be a promising season. We will wait with our fingers crossed. How's that? Fire at the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks. Tough one last night. A quick turnaround against the team coming off a bye week and played that way. They lost by a couple of touchdowns at Massachusetts. Also by the home course. Tee it high and let it fly. On the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Okay, Eric Armstead said on social media, was it, E.T.?
Yes, sir.
Heads up. I'm here to tell you first, I'll be driving the train. Brenton Strange is going to be a top 5 tight end in the NFL. We're like, whoa. Wow. Those are big words. Well, just as timing would have it, E.T., again, we here in Jacksonville who watched Brenton Strange's whole season, I see promise there. I think what I've determined here is perhaps I'm just a super optimistic fan, especially in the times of year you can be. If you listen to the Monday morning rants, E.T., optimistic's probably not the word that would come to Guggen Nation's mind, but I can get optimistic real quick in the offseason, and I'm also very good by Wednesday forgetting how atrocious we were on Sunday and already projecting some lunacy for the coming weekend. That's just my nature. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. I have in front of me Pro Football Focus tight end rankings, top 32 ahead of the 2025 season. George Kittle is number 1. Brock Bowers is number 2. Okay with either, right? Okay, Trey McBride 3. Listen, when we said yesterday to be a top 5 tight end, this is going to be some huge accomplishment. And as we go down this list, you're going to see what I mean. I mean, to get between 5 and 10 seems doable when I give you the names as they appear on the list. Number 4 is Mark Andrews. Number 5 is Sam Laporta of the Lions. Yeah, he's full of potential. He's had some good games. He hasn't been anything special. 86 catches, 889 yards, 10 touchdowns his rookie year. And then last year they spread the wealth and his numbers dipped big time. TJ Hawkinson of the Vikings had a career day here in Jacksonville, but still overall, we're not talking about a Hall of Famer. Travis Kelce, Still hanging around that top 10. He's number 7. All right. Dallas Goedert is 8. Isaiah Likely is 9. I got 2 Ravens tight ends in the top 9, by the way.
Dang.
Dalton Kincaid of the Bills is 10. Evan Ingram used to be a Jaguar. He's ranked 11 here. That's about what we said yesterday. It's not all about catches, is the point. Evan Ingram was the most prolific pass-catching tight end for 2 years, but he's not a top 3 or 5 tight end, not overall. They put him 11 here. Jonnu Smith, more on him in a second. He had a career year for the Dolphins. He's number 12. Dalton Schultz of the Texans is 13. Taysom Hill of the Saints, 14. David Njoku, 15. That seems low, no?
Yeah, that seems a little low.
All right, 16. Hunter Henry still. 17. Jake Ferguson of the Cowboys. He kind of stepped back a little last year. 18. Tucker Kraft of the Packers. 19. Kyle Pitts, Falcons. That top 3 draft pick's not aging well. I believe the highest taken tight end ever. That's not going to be of great service to the tight ends coming down the pike. In fact, Brock Bowers on the redrafts years from now will go higher than 13. Kyle Pitts, 19. Cade Otton of the Bucs is 20. Josh Oliver of the Vikings.
Great former Jag.
Yeah, I don't know. Josh Oliver, I got 2 Vikings tight ends in the top 21. Pat Freiermuth, the Steelers. Colston Loveland of the Bears. Tyler Warren of the Colts. Noah Fant. Of course, you're talking about some rookies here in Loveland and Warren. They haven't even played a game. Still no Brenton Strange, by the way. Number 25 is Noah Fant. Number 26 is Tyler Higbee. Number 27 is Mike Gesicki. Number 28 is Noah Gray, another Chief. Number 29 is Cole Kmet, another Bear. Number 30 is Zach Ertz of the Commanders. 31 is Juwan Johnson of the Saints. That's 2 for them. And number 32 is Will Dissly of the Chargers. Safe to say that Eric Armstead's thinking is not in line with that of the fellas at Pro Football Focus, where Brenton Strange fails to crack the top 32. That's an oopsie. All right, I said more on Jonnu Smith. Apparently the Finns are talking with the Steelers about a trade for Smith. Seems kind of strange. Smith was good for the Dolphins, and the Steelers with Freiermuth have a pretty good tight end. This is the last go-round for this kind of commentary from certain young quarterbacks. Justin Fields, asked by the media, believes he can be great with the Jets. Okay. Next year when you're, with the Panthers, please don't tell me you can be great with the Panthers. At some point, it's kick or stick, make or break. And, man, that Trevor's draft class, those guys are all bouncing around second and third stops. All right, they are raving about Geno Smith out there in Vegas, and I could see why. You're Jacoby Myers. Look who you've been catching passes from the last couple of years. A big upgrade with Geno Smith. Reunited with Pete Carroll. Be interesting to see how that plays out. Tyreek Hill talking in South Florida. By the way, Tyreek, see what he said about I don't like this new... I don't like either current or recently retired stars killing the young guys, man. It's weak.
Yep.
Leave it for the old media. Don't you guys, like, and Tyreek Hill's like downplaying Travis Hunter. I just saw a basketball player that was doing it, man. It's just, I don't know. I don't like that look. But what did Hill say about Travis Hunter?
That somebody just said, "Hey, how do you think Travis Hunter's going to do in the NFL?" He said, "Travis Hunter is but he used a different word."
Well, see, what is that? Tyreek Hill sure knows how to show his. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
By the way, says he's out to prove to the Finns he's still one of them ones. Okay. John Harbaugh, man, I feel for him. Apparently it was a gut-wrenching, complex decision in cutting their kicker, Justin Tucker. Yeah, sure it was. It's Football Fix. You're welcome. Ticket arrival more come your way next. It's a Friday. It's a GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Tom Coughlin. Other than family, the greatest feeling in the world is when all of a sudden you realize you're the world champion. On 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coatings. We coat it all: garages, pool decks, driveways, and patios. Be the envy of your neighbors.
Slam dunk your floors at CheckmateCoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Grow your hair back. IHRS offers the latest technology in hair transplants and restorative treatments.
Fast, easy, and effective.
With over 35 years experience, our team is committed to delivering exceptional results. Hair restoration is for us, and it can be for you too.
See how IHRS technology can grow your hair back. Go to hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. 777-4477 for $250 off.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser share the huddle with Freddie T. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Fred Taylor, he's a candidate to go to this.
On 1010XL.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
This is Hayes Carline, and I'm so proud of my guy, Leon Searcy.
Man, I used to want to eat all the time, but just 1 month on Physician Guided Weight Loss, and I've already dropped 15 pounds.
And I lost 25. No side effects, just results.
The GLP, one curbs my cravings and keeps me feeling full. It's been easier than I expected, and I feel amazing.
Their staff is great, and best of all, no surprise costs.
If you're ready to bring sexy back this summer, visit pgweightloss.com.
Physician Guided Weight Loss, safe, doctor supervised.
And it works. Yo, it's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Where is the deepest canyon in the United States?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The deepest canyon in the United States is Hell's Canyon along the Oregon and Idaho border, about 8,000 feet deep at some point.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
The housing market is as busy as ever on the First Coast. And if you've moved in or moved on, make sure you have a team of trained electricians ready to help. American Electrical can make sure you're up to date electrically and maximize your living experience. Smart home automation services, home theater systems, outdoor and dock lighting, and backup generators. American Electrical can do it all. A team you can trust with highly trained technicians ensuring you have the best living experience. American-Electrical.com, a leader on the First Coast and powered by professionalism.
Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist,
local sports update brought to you by Awaken 180. The Florida Gators softball team faced a tough start in the 2025 Women's College World Series, falling 3-0 to the Texas Longhorns yesterday. Texas offense was powered by Julie Mitchell, who hit solo home runs in both the second and sixth innings. Katie Stewart added another homer in the sixth, accounting for all three of the Longhorns' runs. Florida's offense struggled against Texas pitcher Tegan Cavan, managing only 2 hits and 4 base runners throughout the game. With this loss, the Gators will move into the elimination bracket and will face Tennessee in their next game today at 7. The Florida Gators baseball team is set to begin their NCAA tournament journey today with the first-round matchup against East Carolina in the Conway Regional. First pitch will be at noon. You can hear the game live on 10:10 a.m. It's 72 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to
You know it! Sweet Friday! A little emotion, please.
Okay.
Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho!
Hey, there you go.
Rapid Friday.
We're driving on the highway, so fast I want them to fly. Fun, think about fun. You know
Oh, he whipping it. He been in the corner. Whoa.
Oh, man.
Oh.
It's a wincing whip.
We're sitting in the back seat. We're kicking in the front seat.
Uh-huh.
We're doing it all, baby.
We sliding.
It's Sweet Friday.
What we gonna do, Dan?
I think we're going to do
One more time.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Good to be here. Good to be here. I'm proud of the boys. We staved off elimination.
Yeah, they played like it from the get-go. Sometimes you can come out flat and just go away for the.
Yeah.
I do think this. That's more likely to happen when a 2's playing a 7 or 1's playing an 8. You know, and because now really it does. You know, go. Can you win you a game? I have a feeling the Pacers will rally at home, and the Knicks will get behind the 8 ball, but that the possibility at least exists. So I
was talking to one of my Nick buddies, and I said, you know, and he said, "You think?" And he goes, "I don't want to believe." I go, "Yeah, I ain't feeling it, but I will tell you this." But I said, and here's how the game's going to go: the Pacers are going to come out, and we had attitude last night.
Mm-hmm.
We played defense
from the first quarter.
It's all
Brunson
defense.
was very emotional.
But it's all defense. It's all defense. But it's hard. See, why can't you just do that every game? Well, the Pacers have only been held under 100. That was the first time in the postseason. The first time.
They were like we looked this up, right? They were like the 4th leading scoring team. They score a bunch.
They score a lot. So it's not easy. So they'll come out on Saturday with the whole just survive the first quarter. We'll be down 12 with about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter is going to be the moment of demarcation. The Pacers are either going to go way up by 18, and this time we're not coming back, or we'll cut into the lead and we'll be hanging around at the half. That's what we need to be.
The only time I got nervous for your Knicks last night was at the beginning of the game when they came out 13-3.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you look up at the end of the first quarter, it's 4 points.
Yeah, and at some point it's like 15. They got back to within a bucket, but I believe I heard Rick Carlisle say the Pacers didn't have one lead all night. That doesn't happen much in the NBA, especially in these playoffs.
They never had the lead. We were pretty comfortable in what we did. Like you said, Brunson came out at 14 first quarter points. Cat had a good game. I mean, look, it is what it is. We didn't let him celebrate on our home court. Now, can I just think my guys, I think the Brunson and the Hart, I think those guys are winners. And I think they know how to win. They won in college. They've gotten better each year in the pros. Can they figure it out? It's a huge challenge, though, because the Pacers are going to try like heck to get the back to transition, push the ball. The Knicks stopped them last night.
Didn't understand. Don't understand at all why. I mean, just load manage Halliburton if that's what you're going to do.
Right.
I'd rather have a backup playing with his hair on fire than 8 points.
They dropped 8. They dropped Benedict Mathurin out there for 24. I mean, where this kid,
and the Walker kid, I don't even know who is that.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. So
Dynamite.
But it is what it is. We'll give it a shot, see how it goes, and hook it up on Saturday. Bad day for the Gator softball team. They got shut out by Texas.
Yeah, I saw that. Beat them pretty. Couple of homers.
I was about to celebrate over 5.0, a double dip of victory. And that didn't happen. And now we get Tennessee tonight in a knockout game. We might be the first team coming home. Tennessee lost a gut punch game.
Ooh. I saw the stat.
They're about to knock off Oklahoma.
At the Women's College World Series with a 2-run or more lead. Going into it was like 560-0 or something. Like it never happened. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's because the pitching's so dominant usually that if you're losing by 2, somebody is.
Yeah, Tennessee had they
not a lot of 12-9s in college softball.
That Texas Tech girl pitched them to another win.
Yeah, I saw that.
So the $1 million might have been worth it.
Oh, is that who? That's what that is. Where'd she come from?
Stanford. She was on.
That's the one. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, man. We talk about one position can really drive you. Really, probably none like a softball pitcher though, because they can pitch every game. Like a baseball pitcher, you only get him every 5 days.
All right.
A goalie is probably second behind that. They can just single-handedly win you a title.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of goalies, man, the Stars pulled their star goalie after in the middle of the first period last night, and Edmonton made them pay. And congrats to
I didn't
the
have
Oilers. The Oilers.
You're down 2-0 right off the bat, bro. This is what you're giving me. What am I going to wait till it's 6-0? Mess didn't like the move. I mean, hockey says it wasn't a good move, but me standing on the outside, I mean, we're 8 minutes in. The dude's already given up 2. These jokers are going to be just 8-1. But I don't know who their backup is or what their goal situation is.
Yeah.
But is he normally a decent goalie?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, well then, I don't
very
know.
Good goalie.
Sounds a lot like Patino and his, Garcia then.
Yes. Kind of like that. Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators. You can lock in at a 4.99% interest rate. That's right. I said a 4.99%. 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15 of them things.
Thank you, E. All over the city. Take advantage, man. Go. You first-time homeowners can afford it. DreamfindersHomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you, and you will be glad you did. Rank the QBs in the AFC South. Rank them for me. I gave you 4 different orders that I believe are fair.
Yeah.
And, so I want you to rank them. Here's the orders. It's Lawrence, Stroud. I put Colts, which is AR or DJ, depending on who wins it, right? And Cam. Stroud, Lawrence, AR, DJ, Cam. Lawrence, Cam, Stroud, AR, DJ. And then Cam, Stroud, Lawrence, AR, DJ.
I think this is going to be what is fairest.
Yep.
Is Stroud, Trevor, and the other 2 are way behind.
Okay.
So I would think that now you're going to have some go get them optimistic Jag lovers who will give Trevor that top billing, I would imagine. But I would think that the Stroud, Trevor order is going to be your most popular.
E, what say you?
I'm riding with Trevor.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go Stroud.
Okay.
And then I would go Cam and then the Colts.
I would too.
That's fair. I didn't do that because I haven't seen Cam yet, and I didn't want to. I only have 4
That's
choices.
also fair.
But you 2 hit the top 2. But interestingly enough, with 300 votes in, Stroud, Lawrence, AR, DJ, Cam is your leader at 47%. Trevor, Stroud, AR, DJ, and Cam 41.6.
Okay, close. I think that's fair. I think those are fair comparisons. Stroud's not light years ahead. That's for sure.
No.
And DJ is Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Daniel Jones.
Sorry.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Jones was brought in to compete. He's getting paid a chunk of change.
If the Colts are going to improve, Daniel Jones needs to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. It just pull the plug on Richardson, isn't it?
I think you got to give him one more year.
You can give him. I'm not saying they're gonna. I'm saying pull the plug on any thought that you have that this guy's going to be any good. That's what I mean. I'm not saying pull the plug on his career. He will continue to get more chances. He went too high, but it's hard to believe this guy's going to stay healthy and develop into a good, smart decision making, winning quarterback. Just maybe we're wrong. It'd help if he could play 17 one year.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, it would help. And Cam, who knows, man? I can't get away from, those guys who rank the quarterbacks year after year after year, and if you put them all into the same bag and shake them up, Cam would have been like 19 of the 23 first-rounders the last 5 years.
Yeah.
As for pre-draft, scouting grade. Is that the be-all, end-all? Of course not, but still.
Solid. I want to thank the Knicks fan last night who went on Etsy. Is that a site? Etsy? Did anybody know Etsy?
Yes. Yep. Etsy is that's like an arts and crafts site, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he went on Etsy and paid a witch to cast a spell to help the Knicks get the victory. So I'd like him to do it again. Shout out.
Maybe try prayer, maybe.
Shout out.
We got to go witchcraft just like that. I mean, we have a goat's head, a pentagram, anything else?
Went to the witch.
Did he order up some sort of
spell
bovine blood online? What? Casting spells?
Cast a spell.
All he had to do was call up the Coven. They could knock something out. They own the NBA.
Listen, is there still? Yeah, they
they
do.
put the Coven could put a curse on the whole daggum roster real quick. Fly him into Indy tonight.
There's some.
Let him mow through about half the roster.
There are some.
They'd be cooked.
There's some who say there's still a spell on the Knowles from the dog poop guy.
Oh, yeah, it was supposed to eat his dog poop. He never did. Was that the Georgia Tech game, wasn't it? Wasn't that the first game?
Might have been. And they went downhill fast.
Dog poop guy didn't eat it, and they haven't won since.
He disappeared. He got off social media, and it doesn't just go away.
Damn it, dog poop guy.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't mess around with that stuff. I stay clear, E.
I'm with you.
All right. You gonna stay clear?
From the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures, I'm a big Stars fan, the one that's here in the area. It felt like a panic move. Ottinger's been great all season through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. The offense should get more of the blame.
Clay County Gators a big Stars fan, too.
Probably weren't winning either way, in fairness. That 2-0
He said it wasn't the goalie's fault early. It was the defense's fault, which happens. I mean, it was. So I tend to agree. But the better team, 4-1 is 4-1, right?
Do what now?
Edmonton, Florida should be a great.
Yeah, that went 7 last year.
Yeah, sure did.
I saw
and
this.
it went 3-3-1 if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. 2-3-2 probably.
No, I think Florida won the first 3.
Oh, wow, yeah. No,
and Edmonton won the next 3.
Dang. Yeah,
and then
I saw this when 2 teams rematch in NHL history. It's only happened 5 times. They always split. Like the last 2, there's the only ones you would probably remember from our lifetime, maybe 3. You had the Penguins and the Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
They played each other back to back in like the late 2000s, 2008, I think, and 9.
Okay,
they split. Mm-hmm. Detroit won 1. Sid the Kid won 1. Before that, it was Edmonton and the Islanders, I think, played back-to-back in the early 80s, and the Islanders won the first one. The Edmonton won the second one. Point being, when you've had these rematches, typically the one that won the first year doesn't win it in the follow-up year.
Okay.
So, for what it's worth.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Should be playoff hockey. It's been good. It always is. So, a lot to look forward to coming up.
I saw it
this weekend.
I saw a stat that emerged from the Braves game yesterday that surprised me.
Ooh, bad day for the Braves.
Yeah, I don't. Man, I already hated a Phillies fan already. I mean, the nonsense that we were talking about, like retribution against Strider, that was an accidental play. It happens in a baseball game,
right?
And so there were fans, calling for blood, and they wanted retribution. There were people on talk radio that really wanted them to go beanballing.
Mm-hmm.
But I did find it at least somewhat ironic that retribution did come to the exact same injury in a natural baseball play that you can't get mad at him about.
Right.
He lined one off his elbow. It's no different than throwing one off his elbow. That's how it works. But it's terrible because he was a young kid who was showing some promise this year. Smith-Shawver had a 3-game stretch. He was really good.
He had one go off his elbow?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it just popped. They said it popped.
Oh, I thought it hit him. Did it just hit off of him? I thought he hit it off of him.
No. Well, was it off his elbow or off his foot?
Well, maybe it's off his foot and his elbow popped at the same time. That's what it was. Let me look at it again.
Well, anyway, the video
I wasn't watching at the time. I was out and about. I just saw that it happened.
I wasn't either, but what I read and what I saw, he was shaking his arm, shaking his arm.
And it took Strider to tell the boys to get him out.
Yeah.
That's how out of touch we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that was but they said it doesn't look good.
So basically, he was just pitching to the guy, and that's where
they didn't think it had anything to do with the hit.
The hit itself.
Yeah, they think. Yeah, but because he hit like a career high in velo. He hit like 99. They did say that early.
Yeah, he got hit on the heel on the same play that the elbow popped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I misunderstood that he took it off the elbow.
Yeah. So anyway, but it looks like
it's going to be Tommy John.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of young arms. Just have to ride with him. what's tough for Smith-Shawver is, he had already paid his dues where he got banged around a little bit last year and was really starting to find himself. Now, he was trailing this game. In the last start, by the way, he wasn't good either. But he had 3 in a row where he was great. No, the stat that emerged from the Braves doubleheader, though, yesterday that surprised me, and I know Chris Sale is a strikeout pitcher, and I know he's one of the best, but I'm shocked that he's the fastest to 2,500
Oh, yeah.
strikeouts. Did that surprise you?
Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, beat him by 80 innings.
Yeah. I never knew that guy was that good of a
that
striker.
prolific.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, ahead of Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez.
If you asked me who the best strikeout pitcher on the Braves is, I'd say Strider.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, there is if he were on his pace, Strider might beat that record, but again, or he may have 3 more Tommy Johns before then as well. So who knows for sure? Not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever. We split a doubleheader.
Yeah.
Finally hit in the second one. Wheeler hadn't given up a run in 3 starts. So that was shocking to me that we actually hit it.
You thought you were going to get swept.
I'm really ready for Snitker to go, Dan. He looks disinterested and out of touch with what's going on.
Yeah. I get that. Right now, by the way, in the power rankings in baseball, they have the Phillies number 1, Detroit 2, Dodgers
Phillies
3.
are hot. They've been really hot.
Got the Mets down at 6. Let's see where they got the Bravos.
Oh, gosh. They're down about 16, 17.
15.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's where they belong.
Mm-hmm.
Last day of school, by the way, for the kiddies out there today.
No more teachers, no more books.
St. John's, Duval, they're all getting out. Unleashed.
Shout out.
Unleashed on Gin Pop. So be careful for the kiddos out there this summer. Don't be nice. Let kids be kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay out of our yards.
No more school zones. Yes.
By the way, the traffic does get a lot better. A lot better, man. Especially for you that'll be driving, in morning drive like we do.
Summertime.
Yeah, it's the best,
Summertime. All right, let's grab a break. We're rocking and rolling here on a Friday, a sweet Friday in summertime of Jacksonville, FLA. A lot to do today. Danny will be along, and we'll have some fun here. Exchanging sports concepts.
You'll enjoy this because you love.
I love it.
No, you love condemning, like, fake fan.
Oh yeah,
right. Those that come out.
Yeah,
he does.
I just this speaks to just how solid Philly fan is.
Yeah,
he just sent me a GIF with the Fanatic that says sweep.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a big fan, buddy. You won 2 out of 3. You split a doubleheader yesterday. You sent me a gift that says sweep.
Oh,
big fan, Bubba. Oh, you're a big fan. Back with more next.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
The National Football Foundation made an adjustment to their eligibility that will allow certain coaches to get into the College Football Hall of Fame, and that door has been open for Mike Leach. Leach, who passed away unexpectedly, who was coach at Texas Tech and Washington State and Mississippi State, had a winning percentage of .596. The benchmark was 60%. They moved their eligibility back to .595, which gives Les Miles a shot and Jackie Sherrill a shot at getting in, and those two guys probably should be. Listen, another one who's still coaching is Rich Rod at West Virginia. He's going to have to win some football games, though. He's right there at .596. Now, if only the National Football League Hall of Fame criteria would change to where we can get, some coaches in so we can get Tom Coughlin in to where he belongs in Canton, Ohio.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Sports sounds better on radio.
I love it.
You get the most live sports on 1010XL.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC expert, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, don't you buy a diamond at one of those big box corporate jewelers in the town center, at least until you see what Beard's Diamonds can offer. Hick and here for my friends at Beard's Diamonds will give you a better price on a better quality diamond guaranteed, because Beard's ain't beholden to the people of Wall Street. They're local. and they're beholden to us, the people of Jacksonville. They help us. We should help them back. The Lupos are fantastic folks, and they're the only locally owned jeweler in the town center. And Beards has the best diamond selection in the region. They have the top bridal designers, Tacori and Viraggio. And here's something else. Unlike the others, Beards doesn't have commission salespeople. Their experts get paid whether you buy something or not, so you got no pressure ever. Their associates are real diamond experts. They'll teach you how to buy the smart way. We're lucky to have Beards here, a refreshing alternative. You get it all. Listen to me now. No compromises, highest quality, personal service, no middleman pricing, and most importantly, the unbeatable guarantees. Beards Diamonds, the only locally owned jeweler in the St. John's Town Center.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with prices that don't break the bank and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing to provide you with a peace of mind. You better beat the surge and head to the all-new Beaver Toyota or Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve.
Prosser here. Get those boats ready for the Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout presented by Yellowfin. It's Saturday, June 14th in St. Augustine. The entry fee, only $250 if you register by May 31st at oldschoolkingfish.com. The grand prize, a Yellowfin bay boat worth $125,000 and with limited boundaries, no bait buying, and no checkout. It is seriously old school. That's why it's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. A reason this is one of the most popular fishing tournaments. Go to oldschoolkingfish.com.
Feeling the Florida heat? Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 5 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited one-time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, work on three, 1, 2, 3, fire! Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Listen all day as 1010XL gives you news, notes, and analysis of organized team activities as they get ready for the upcoming season. Our coverage of OTAs is hoisted by Heroes Lawn Care and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Now's the perfect time to order Logo coffee mugs or maybe a Logo Sick brand tumbler. They're seriously ice cold and look great with your company logo. HardballCreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Where does Northeast Florida buy cars? Arlington Toyota. Mia here, and why Arlington? Selection. Arlington has over 800 new and used vehicles all in one location with everyday low prices. Plus right now, save big with zero down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2023 Toyota Corolla. Or how about no payments till January 2026 and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295 or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations coming your way at the end of the drill. It's 10 minutes in length. We like to hand out a prize pack. E, what's the razzle-dazzle today?
I got a pair of tickets to see the Jacksonville Rock Orchestra perform Led Zeppelin at the Florida Theater on June 4th. All you got to do is hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
I've gotten this stat from the Coven. I think this is probably put out by one of the sisters.
Remember now, we have a member of the Coven on our squad right now.
What I'm saying, this probably came out from one of the sisters who has posted the New York Knicks are 2-0 in the playoffs when Timothy Chalamet brings Kylie Jenner to the game.
Oh.
So, if you and by the way, if you think that's good news, that you're mistaken. Whatever you do.
Here's what offset the Coven, though. This what's this guy? What's the little white guard in his name for the Pacers?
McConnell?
Yeah, no, McConnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ
McConnell.
Sure.
Yeah, he was making signals at Kylie on the court last night.
Oh yeah, I saw that. And they're all looking at him.
Yeah, Chalamet is a much bigger boy than you, TJ.
Listen to me, TJ. I'm not taking any actor not named The Rock or Cena over anyone.
I don't care.
Chalamet looks so soft that
it don't matter.
If McConnell,
it don't matter. Chalamet will have him rubbed out.
If he have him rubbed out.
Plus,
if he looked at him, Chalamet would probably wet himself.
Plus, Soprano guy was there last night.
That's all fine. They don't tell me Chalamet's a tough guy against an NBA player.
We got no problem making TJ McConnell disappear for Game 6. Okay,
that might not be a bad move for the Pacers. Be careful. Careful what you pull off. But look, the Knicks did what they had. You said it, when you first came in. There was some emphasis. I have some sad news to report. I meant to bring this yesterday.
I don't like that.
Sometimes I'm hesitant to joke about a topic like this, but I'm just going to say I kind of blame E.
I know this was coming.
For what? Oh, yeah.
So I knew it was coming.
Cool and the gang was in town over the weekend, and
they were.
Even never got. Apparently, they can't. They do know where Jacksonville is, Dan, so they could have made it for the wedding. But
we tried. Jacksonville, I tried. He dropped the ball.
I tried too.
Now, yeah,
that was a very poor effort.
I was really looking forward to showing up to E's event like 3 weeks later and seeing Cool and the gang at each of the team.
That'd be great.
That would have been great.
I would dap them up for that.
Yeah, but it should be probably a little more solid than this. But one of the members, it was actually their hype man, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, their hype man. So I don't know, is the hype man actually part of the band, or is he? I mean, you're somewhat of a hype man. There could be an opening here, E.
Hey, come holler at me.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Go get that job. And then they may be looking into some of the circumstances, but no. In seriousness, in a car accident here in town over the weekend, they were.
So the car accident was here. I know that they were here.
Well, they were here. I assume the car accident was here.
I thought I read.
I don't know. I thought they were here, so I assumed the car. That's why I.
Yeah, they were here.
It definitely happened over the weekend, and Cool and the gang was here over the weekend, so I just made the assumption that the car accident was here.
Okay.
Now that we're not full-fledged live news journalism, I don't bother fact-checking, Dan. It's go with what feels right to me.
Okay.
Feels right at the time.
All right.
So yeah, there's that. You brought up with a raised eyebrow Eric Armstead's tight end ranking.
Yes.
His own little mind where he said Britton Strange is going to be a top 5 tight end this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then PFF went and did the dastardly release of the 32 tight ends in the NFL, 1 to 32. I'm looking here. I looked 3 times. I got no Strange on the list.
Oh, we got a big jump to make.
I got about 6 teams with 2 tight ends. I can't get a Britton Strange on there?
Oh, boy.
Huh?
Yeah. Well,
not the 32. You didn't see enough on film to anticipate with more opportunity, or?
No.
Yeah, I'm saying to Pro Football. I know your answer. I'm saying to Pro Football Focus.
Well, I think that's the answer for them, too, unfortunately. The answer is no.
Michael Sumler dies in car. Let me get the actually where this. Yeah. Tragically died at 71 in a car accident.
What are we back to Cool in the Gang?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I'm sorry. You keep talking.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know.
He was he started as a stylist involved in providing background vocals, joined the group on stage as their hype man. energy, dance moves. No, it was in Cobb County, Georgia.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. By the way, New York City headline today, Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet passionately make out at Knicks playoff game.
Well, that sounds super classy. That sounds like a coven move. Like your late 20s, you're in Madison Square Garden. I mean, God forbid you wait to get back to the crib to make out. Let's just make out right here. Like we're in high school.
Make out.
Like what grade are y'all in again, kids? That's your guy. That's the guy that's going to beat up McConnell.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
You got robbed of an Oscar. We love you, Timmy.
For what, Dylan?
Hardcore Nick fan. I love that kid. He'll be in Indiana.
Good, yeah.
McAfee will be calling him names.
You can't bring McAfee out again.
Yeah.
You already used that.
Yeah, you can't do that again.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, they can't do that.
No,
Not
you
me.
can't bring him back out again. I don't know. They have another one?
He's definitely the big boy.
That's it.
Yeah. Peyton's a Pacers fan, but I don't know if he would do it.
Who?
Manning.
Peyton definitely would.
No, he's not. He's a Nugget fan.
Is he?
He's at Nuggets games.
Are you sure?
He lives in Denver. Yeah.
You sure he's a Nuggets fan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know.
I ain't never seen Peyton at a basketball game.
I've never seen him at a Pacers game. I've seen him at a lot of Nuggets games. He lives in Denver, so,
Yeah.
Who would New York bring out? They got tons of people.
We can bring out anybody.
Yeah.
Is Peyton nonetheless Mr. Indianapolis? Like you're trying to get somebody. I mean, McAfee's not from Indianapolis either. I mean, he is now. He's a
but
Pacers fan because he's a Colts fan.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Indianapolis?
Oh, I know. John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I think Peyton Manning would win. Would pick.
Are you out of your mind?
Quickie poll. Who's Mr. Indianapolis? Huh?
Bring out one of the Jackson 5 who's still with us. Maybe they could do it.
I didn't even know they were from Indianapolis.
Well, they're from Gary. It's close enough.
It's not. Gary's the murder capital of the country one year.
Sure as heck, pretty much yearly.
I don't know about that.
Don't make a bad turn and end up in Gary.
Don't go.
I'm just telling you. Gary's kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to start doing this. For the record, I was going to say East St. Louis, but I don't know. I don't know what's. I can't speak to this.
They say East St. Louis off the chains.
Well, it kind of looks off the chains.
I don't know what this is.
7:30.
Yeah, it's 7:30, bro. We're I don't know where we're headed.
It's gonna be. Why don't we just bring out the wine?
Yeah, That's on Thursday. I think I might still have like a Guns N' Roses bottle of wine around here somewhere.
Pop that.
I'm not afraid, man.
We ain't never scared.
Yesterday I saw those high noon. They got a bunch of high noons in there in the fridge. I don't product placement. I guess I don't. What are those about? I'm not afraid to knock back about 6 of those babies this morning in Uber home.
Gators go at noon today, so baseball, and then softball at 7. This is, it's here. It's upon us. So we'll see how they do. They have got to, baseball team's got to try to win.
To your point, if he had his favorite basketball team would be the Nuggets. Also on the text line, guys, I live here in Indy. Peyton is and will forever be Indy's most beloved athlete.
Yeah.
So, which to me, I guess that's from a sports perspective. I'm saying Mr. Indianapolis and the Pacers being a sports. But if he's a Denver fan, then
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I've seen him in Nuggets
100%.
games.
I didn't know he was a hardcore anything. I don't
know if he's hardcore.
I was more attaching him to the city and its sports than the
for
Pacers
sure.
per se.
I wonder if it bothers the Indianapolis people. He didn't come back.
I don't know. It's a good question.
They let him go.
And why Denver? Why? Because he
played there. He played there and he loves it.
Yeah, I wasn't there long.
No, but he's there long enough.
Is he involved in their
ownership
and stuff? I can't. Did he?
I don't believe
at what point weren't that talked about or no?
Yeah, I don't believe
there's a reason why. That's sweet.
Yeah, I don't see Peyton waking and baking this morning. I don't know
because he do it on the low.
I'm not. Well, he's very successful, so whatever he's doing, he can keep doing it. I won't ask if he had a bottle of wine this morning either. But I just don't fancy him a wake and baker. I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
Someone's saying maybe Dockich might do it. He's kind of fiery, but
Dockich
he's not
would
a big
do it. But he's not. Yeah.
But there he might be. The Pacers fans would know him. Like, if you did the Jag, you did the Jag at a Jag game, they would know who you were. If you did a Texans game, they'd say, "Who the hell's that?"
Yeah. Maybe they could do.
trying to think. Somebody's got to be somebody fine. What a Cena. Find somebody.
Damon Bailey.
Damon Bailey. Is he alive?
He ought to be. Or
Steve, like Reggie Miller.
How about Steve Alford? I can't have Reggie Miller doing a speech and then going and sitting down and doing the game. What the hell?
They don't need that. He's been giving that speech during the game.
Right.
So, yeah, we don't need
all throughout the game.
we'll just be repeating himself.
By the way, last night was the first game I've watched where I didn't get, just angered, red-faced with the referees. So whoever ref that game last night, that was fine. And it's not because we won. It's not because we were a comfortable lead. It's just, gee whiz, man. So that was good. So I don't know. And then they had the guy who won the Indianapolis 500 at the game last week, but
who knows who that is?
No one knows. We got to take a break.
Palau? Sure.
641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct.
A pair of tickets to see the Jacksonville Rock Orchestra perform Led Zeppelin live at the Florida Theater. That's happening on June 4th. All you got to do is holler at your boy to win a pair of tickets. Holler at your boy.
I'm going to go for a deep dive right now and find the biggest celebrity Indianapolis Pacers fan. It's got to be bigger than McAfee. Come on. That's your biggest celebrity fan? You're in
John
trouble.
Cougar Mellencamp's a bigger fan.
Is he at the games?
I saw him at a game.
Okay.
Yeah,
John Cougar Mellencamp. Hick, we show him some age. You know who John Cougar Mellencamp is?
No, I was going to
him.
Google him. I've heard of him, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
We're back with more next. It's The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Because radio is supposed to be fun.
Feels kind of like the first day of spring training for Little League here.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hick here for my friends at Zero Res. Man, I love Zero Res. I love the cleaning freaks. They come out with a mission to your house, and they make it look better, feel better, smell better, and they handle any surface you got in your house, man. They chuckle at the carpets. They laugh at the tile and the grout. They look at the hardwood and say, ha, ha, give me a basketball. Laminate stone, upholstery, rugs, and even air ducts. They don't care. They can clean it all, baby. And if you don't believe me, check out the 8,000 raving customer reviews online, 4.9 Google rating. You'll see what the hype is all about. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner. We call it Mayhem. Mayhem. It's only going to last a couple more days, but you get a 3-room special starting at $149, plus the 4th room is free. Take 20% off the air duct cleaning as well. You owe it to yourself and your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Call Zero Res, 287-5727. Go online, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell me you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
2 classic albums, 1 night of hits. Styx presents The Grand Illusion. Kevin Cronin Band presents REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. June 2nd, Daly's Place. Brotherhood of Rock Tour. Plus Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. 2 classic albums in their entirety. Styx, The Grand Illusion, REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. Don't miss the event of the summer.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, 2nd generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hi folks, it's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's Glass. Those beautiful custom glass shower enclosures, maybe a new mirror, a glass tabletop. They can even replace your foggy or cracked glass without having to replace the whole window. Lee & Kate's is local. They're family-owned. They've been a part of our community since 1926. Boy, they've taken care of me, including our brand new offices at Walk-Off Charities. They did a great job. I promise they'll do the same for you. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
Hey, Hick in here, and every Friday I'll help you put together your sports weekend so you know where you want to go and what you want to do. Watch for Musings with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook, locked down by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-345-2789. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-345-2789. That's 800-345-2789 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
Open early and open late. Dailies is always there, making things easy for you to cruise in and cruise out. So hit Dailies Cold Case the next time you're craving a cold one. Bud Light by the case, plus plenty of singles to choose from. Corona to the King of Beers to Stella or a Natty. They're all cold at Dailies.
Hey, Hick in here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Hello, all you Jacksonville sports fans. Don here from Taco Lou. If you're in the mood for some great tacos, cold Dos Equis, maybe even a sip of some fine tequila, then the Lou is calling your name. Come out to Jack's Beach and experience what many have dubbed the #1 taco in the 904. There are plenty of great taco joints in town, and we're proud to have been around for this long, and we have only you, the fine people of Jacksonville, to thank for helping us grow and become who we are today. Cheers to you, Jacksonville, and thank you from the Lou crew. Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Our friend D-Rock has retweeted an article by Dan Graziano, which is an interesting one.
Before you get into that, while I'm thinking of it, let me ask you a quick question to put a cap on last segment.
Hey, is this John Cougar Mellencamp?
It is.
How big a boy is Mike Epps, DT?
Oh, he's a big boy. Oh, yeah,
he's the biggest Pacers fan. He's a real Pacers fan, been going to the games forever. And so Mike Epps is who should do. Okay. He's a comedian. That if they're going to do something.
Yeah.
I think they kind of spent their paycheck on the McAfee.
Who's the biggest Jags fan on that list?
Well, this is basketball.
Oh, they give Spike the Knicks fan?
Let me see. I'll double check.
Lil Duval.
It's actually a fun.
It's probably Lil Duval or Asher.
How big a celebrity is Lil Duval?
He's a big boy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he bigger than the guy on Ghost?
He's a big boy too.
Yeah.
This got to hurt. Denver Nuggets, John Elway.
Yeah.
Not Peyton.
When did this list come out?
Pretty recently, I would assume.
All right.
Macklemore for the Jazz, E.T.
Okay.
Mike Epps, the Portland Trailblazers, Elizabeth Banks, the Pistons, Eminem, Oklahoma City, Bill Hader.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the Knicks, though. I thought it was in alphabetical
I'm sure
order.
it's Spike.
It's going to be Spike.
Magic? This is a stretch. You consider this guy to be a Magic fan, a big Magic fan?
Who?
Tiger Woods?
Oh, that's a stretch.
This must be old.
It's old.
Milwaukee Bucks, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're on an old one.
Atlanta Hawks, 2 Chainz.
He's a big Atlanta guy in general.
Shout out 2 Chainz.
The Pelicans, Lil Wayne.
Shout out Lil Wayne.
Clippers, Billy Crystal.
That's true.
Celtics got that whole corridor up there. Wahlberg, Damon, Affleck, all those dudes.
Yeah.
Sixers, Will Smith. Jessica Alba for the Warriors. Okay.
Will Smith is not the biggest Sixer fan either. That's who's the guy that got out of prison?
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
Yeah, Spike Lee going away.
Yeah.
The Mavericks, Jamie Foxx. Who knew?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either.
All lies. You sit on a throne of lies.
Yeah, this is not my list.
Okay.
Some of these,
sounds like it's your list.
No, I think what we do, I do think, in fairness,
I feel like you're presenting it
I
as
think
your
this
own.
is a list that probably came out 10 years ago.
Okay.
This list came out in 2016.
I tried to ask you that. You told me it was current.
I most certainly did not. I said I didn't know if it was current.
This is a very current list right here.
No.
Frustrating.
All right.
I'm trying to dive into Travis Hunter.
Okay.
And
Now
Dan
I was ready.
Graziano.
I was ready, but you keep.
You want to give me Mike Epps in 2016? Who knows if Mike Epps still goes?
No, he does. He's because I've seen him in other.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What movie
You need
for
to
Mike
settle
Epps,
down,
please?
stay in your
Friday after next.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Bye, Felicia.
No, that's the original Friday.
I know.
Oh boy.
That's the only thing that sticks with me.
Oh, yeah.
Friday. Bye, Felicia.
The Jacksonville Jaguars say they have a plan for rookie superstar Travis Hunter. We'll use him on both sides of the ball. Given the price that the Jags paid to move up, it has been clear for a while they see him as a player who can contribute in multiple ways. The NFL's collective bargaining agreement has specific rules governing things like performance-based pay, contract incentives, franchise tag designations, and fifth-year options. But how well do the CBA's rules anticipate a player seeing substantial number of snaps on both sides of the ball?
That's fair.
What
point.
might this mean for Hunter's future earning potential, even though a drafted player can't negotiate a new deal until after his third NFL season? We don't know what the landscape will look like 3 years from now. We dug into the CBA's language, called some salary cap experts to kind of find out about the unique situation of Travis Hunter. Performance-based pay would help Hunter significantly in the NFL's PBP system, designed to augment player salaries by giving out bonuses in the offseason tied to playing time. Each team gets a set of pool money for performance-based pay bonuses. $14 million this past year.
Let me tell you
team.
how well this works. I can recall a couple of years ago where I think the biggest hand in that cash grab for the Jags was Luke Fortner. So it seems to be working well. They set it up in a real good spot. I do think that this will happen. By the time Travis Hunter gets his big money deal, he'll be playing, almost primarily exclusively one side of the ball.
You do?
Yeah, this two-way playing deal, that's a first 2 or 3, 4 years of your career deal. You don't do that for 10 years. You just have a package, right, as a veteran. I really think this year, Dan, we're going to see him all over the place all the time. That's why you drafted him. He's not worth the 2 draft picks if he's only going to be a receiver. And I don't think he's going to be just come in on a third down every other series. I think he's going to play both sides a bunch.
The top cornerback as you get into the fifth-year option and franchise transition tags, don't forget the top cornerback option is $20 million. The top wide receiver number is $24 million.
Yeah.
$4 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and let's be honest. What if he does the incredibly unlikely and he does in the NFL exactly what he did in college and he dominates on both sides of the ball and the year ends and he's an all-pro at corner and an all-pro at receiver? Can you not ask to make,
$44 million?
I'm not kidding.
What do you do? Yeah.
The max of one and at least half of the other and just put yourself in a salary range that other than a quarterback, no one will ever reach?
One cap expert said they could do what the Ravens did with Judon. That's Matthew Judon, the edge rusher designated a franchise player by the Ravens in 2020. The Ravens in 2019 played a 3-4 instead of a 4-3. Their edge rushers were technically outside linebackers and not defensive ends. This mattered to Judon because the franchise tag for linebackers was 14-8. Defensive end tag was 18-8. And the Ravens eventually compromised and signed him to a one-year deal worth 16-8.
And we saw this happen. The first one of these I really remember arguing for your position to not be the position they hold you to for the franchise tag. And this may not be the first, but the one I remember was Jimmy Graham with the Saints.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Hey, man, you call me a tight end. I'm playing
Lines
60% outside of the slot, outside the hash. And I think they ended up kind of doing a meet in the middle.
It's all very fun to think about, even if we're only a few weeks into the Hunter two-way experiment. He could end up being a game changer in more ways than one. I mean, change the way the NFL does business.
Well,
so they might have to, if he does do what.
But here's the thing: no one else is going to do. He's a unicorn. No one's coming in the league and playing both sides. So I don't know what the NFL is going to.
Or is he opening the door for them?
Yeah, would he be opening the door for college
kids? You know why? No, I don't know. Because he's been doing this for 3 years. Tell me the current two-way college football player. This is his skill set. This isn't his decision.
DJ Lagway's playing linebacker, too.
Sure, that seemed to go well.
A lot of people are excited.
Yeah. It's a terrifically, it's a bold move. We'll see how it goes. And, maybe at the end of the day, injuries or other reasons, Travis Hunter won't be what we think he's going to be. But, man, it's the one thing that this tired, boring franchise has lacked, even when they were winning, is the big play guy. Playmakers. Honestly, who's been our biggest this answer is easy to me, and I don't. Well, let's take Brian Thomas Jr. out because he's only been 1 year. But since the last 4 years, who's the Jaguars' best playmaker? It's a bad time to ask because last year the best playmaker by a mile was Brian Thomas Jr. But it's been Travis Etienne.
Yes,
that's been our best playmaker. That ain't good enough, and there's been no one else, by the way, like Kirk and Ingram and Jones. I guess Zay Jones was probably our second best playmaker. Is that fair? Making big splash plays and stuff. We haven't had any.
Yeah.
This guy's a walking play about to happen on one side or the other.
Agnew.
Yeah, that's a playmaker.
Yeah, he's a playmaker.
Yeah. And he could play a little both sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, as to I hear what y'all are saying now that Travis is proven it, but gosh, Hick, you know this. There's not guys in big high schools that play as much both ways as Travis Hunter did at D1 level. Even the high school studs don't play as many combined snaps as this guy was playing at Colorado.
Not anymore.
But it'd be interesting to see how that. Hopefully, he makes that a bigger story than it is, because that means he's playing so unbelievably well that you just wonder how much you should happen to pay him. We've got some suggestions rolling in here on the Indy pregame chat, which I know Dan has no interest in.
None, but that's okay.
Somebody says, get Caitlin Clark to the field house.
That would be a good one, though.
There you go.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
That's very good. There's your winner.
Yeah, there's your winner. And somebody said this. Epps actually had the mic last game before McAfee. For whatever reason, he didn't get any publicity. It wasn't very exciting. McAfee said they just walked up and handed him the mic and said it's all yours in 45 seconds. He had no clue it was even happening.
Yeah, Epps isn't really like a rah-rah guy.
Yeah.
He's funny, but he's not like rah-rah.
Right.
Okay.
And McAfee's got 4 beers in him already.
Yeah,
He's like, see these guys, son of a
Cursing and everything.
Just what you want inside of your home arena for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And Mr. Tennis saying that Manning was part of a different group. And now it's not loading. They tried to buy.
But who would y'all say is Duval's biggest celebrity?
Celebrity or Jag fan?
The Jag fan.
We don't have any.
It's the guy from Ghost.
Yeah,
Asher.
I don't know him.
I didn't even know him until
Manning
recently.
Manning tried to buy the Broncos, got outbid. He was part of a different group that was trying to buy him. I thought there was something there. Yeah, I don't know the ghost actor because I don't watch him. Lil Duval, just because he's Lil Duval is why I know him and that name. I guess we don't really. One of those two. It was it was Gene Hackman for like half a minute because he was buddies with Del Rio and he came to a couple of games.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't really know of any celebrities that make multiple have made multiple appearances here just to watch the Jags. There have been a few through the years that have showed up. Did we have Tyson at a game once?
Yeah, we had Tyson here.
Yeah, we've had him show up here and there.
But yeah, just
not that consistent,
But Lil Duval is big. But
it might be one of the pro athletes from our area that don't play, like Murphy or those types. I don't know. That's a good question.
Agnew, by the way, is with the Falcons now, right?
Is he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Letterman's another one. I don't know how riled up he'd get the crowd, and he's got a shave, or I'm not letting him do it. He looks so ridiculous. I mean, it's your life. You live it, Dave. But golly, I thought that would be a phase. He's stuck with it.
That beard.
Guy looks terrible.
Yeah, that white beard.
It's awful.
Him and Daly.
He looks like, I heard him on with Zach Galifianakis between two ferns. He looks like Santa on crack.
Yes.
Pretty true. All right, let's motor on. We're gonna
8 o'clock.
We have a big halftime show here. Y'all don't know this. 8 o'clock, the band comes in. We have a halftime show. We eat orange slices and drink Gatorade, and we'll be back for the second half next.
Oh.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. 1010XL's elite crime-fighting force.
Brave fighters from another time, another place.
Codename XL Primetime. 2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have two choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beard's has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses in fine print. Beard's has all the top designers, including Tacori and Viraggio. Beard's doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned, with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beard's Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beard's in the St. John's Town Center.
Certainly facing some interesting economic times, right? The Dow jumps high, the Dow jumps low, the tariffs, but everything's settling back in. The numbers are up, and regardless, for me, it was comforting to know my money was in good hands, even when things were getting crazy with ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money with the experience, the expertise, and the knowledge, man. Something happens, I call Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, call Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Janice Cobb. Treats my daughter so well, and Reed Wingate, man, those are the ITP partners, and they know what they're doing. They sit down with each of us, and they listen and develop strategies, and our goals become their priority, and they help us achieve these goals. Get in the game, guys. It's a great time to get started. ITP Partners always there to help. Go to Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call them 312-9751 or 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experience. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, Jacksonville, Hick in here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I'd call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top-quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios, too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious?
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, Text us 641-1010.
Hick here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Hey, this is Coach Jason Gibson of your Jacksonville Sharks. I know the importance of a strong game plan, and that's exactly what I've got with Clay Solar Installation Partners. They did the install of the solar panels at my house, and I couldn't be happier. Lower energy bills, clean power, and a winning team that made the whole process easy. If you're looking to save money and go solar, trust the pros at Clay Solar. Call Karen at Clay Solar today and tell them that Coach Gibson sent you.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey guys, Taylor Dahl here from Helmets and Heels, inviting you to join us live at the brand new Kia on Atlantic this Friday. From noon to 2, we're talking sports, cars, and a boatload of prizes. The first person to arrive in their own Kia during the live show wins a free set of tires. You could score club seats to a Jaguars game with a parking pass or a pair of tickets to see Live and Collective Soul at Daly's Place. Plus, giving away 2 free oil changes and 2 alignments. So join Helmets and Heels this Friday, noon to 2 at the new Kia on Atlantic.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Duck Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. As the youngest GM in the NFL, James Gladstone has been making a name for himself since his arrival in Duval. Coming from the Rams, this is Gladstone's first experience in a role like this, but after making some big moves in the draft, he was able to draw the attention of the Jaguars. The Executive Vice President of Football Operations, Tony Baselli, believes Gladstone is in his natural element.
A lot of people said a lot of things about James Gladstone. 34 years old, lacks experience, only been at one place. He was born to be a GM. He is focused, he's disciplined, he understands exactly what we're trying to accomplish, and he's a great communicator. Just at his core, it's natural for him to collaborate and bring everyone into the process. So everyone feels ownership in what we're doing. This is a dude who's a great leader, and he's going to be a great GM.
It's 74 degrees at 8:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We've got some sad news.
What that?
Sweet Molly's leaving us.
Sweet Molly!
I'm told today's your last day.
Yes, indeed.
What? Oh, we got breaking news here. Hold on, Molly.
Huh?
The handicap.
Oh, we went down?
Went down. Just got notification.
He just checked that again.
Oh, look at that. 26.9. Woo.
That's a good, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Watch out, baby. 26.9 on that handicap process. Just came through. Watch out.
What did I tell you?
I'm a baller now.
Okay, well,
I'm in the 20s.
He's brought it up.
Let's go.
Dan's brought it up, so I will toot his horn for him. This is great. I like sharing these kinds of success stories. Any of Dickens' success stories I don't really care about. But this one I like. I appreciate because I've seen a lot of this up close and personal.
Yes.
So are y'all ready for all you out there who have drawn Dan Hicken as your celebrity
yes.
in your charity foursome, or if you're just a friends, or maybe you're an old fraternity member, you've played with Hick along the way. Maybe it goes way back, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville knows the kind of golfer Dan Hicken is.
Not good.
Fun guy to go play with.
Very
plays
fun.
fast.
Let's go.
Hits some good shots along the way.
Every now and then.
I told him the last time I played with him that he's playing better than I've ever seen him play which is, relative to him at the time, still just trying to break 100.
Yeah.
Which he had done only a couple of times ever.
Couple.
And career low was 96.
96.
And that happened,
years ago.
Have you broken 100 since you started playing a lot? Recently?
Yes.
More than once?
Twice.
Okay, like 99, 98?
99.
Okay.
98,
so
99.
So my guy comes in today, E.T., and unleashes this newsflash on me.
Mm-hmm.
Career low yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my gosh, 101?
Right.
98, 95, 96? No. Everybody listening?
Yeah.
Okay, if you played, if you was your celebrity partner, pull over.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yesterday, and I will also say this about Dan Hicken, not hit the ball over 3 times, take the 8-foot gimme putt. If Dan comes back with a score, it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be pretty on what he is. So I said, okay, well, do tell. What 90-something did we shoot? And my man says this, a part 18, I shot 89. My guy broke 90.
Yeah.
He didn't break 100.
Yeah.
He did career low. He broke 90. Are you kidding me?
89, 45, 44.
That is
Let's
just
go.
super,
Mercedes
super.
Lewis.
And so I told him, he's finally joined the golf world. He got a handicap about a year and a half ago.
did.
It has just been up there 33, 35 forever.
Yeah.
It's barely come down.
Oof.
And it was, you said 33 yesterday?
No, 30 point.
It was 30 point. I said, you understand this one round, you're going to be at 27 when you wake up today. And now the handicap adjustments come 26.9.
26.9.
I nailed it.
Let them know.
Yeah, they're ready to take him on the golf trip right now, boys, where you don't have to give him so much. Did you do your golf trip already? That's coming up.
No, we did it. We did
Oh, that's right.
that
It
was
was
the
when
last
the tournament was going on.
Yeah.
So there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a lot of fun. It's fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
It's fun to do that because if you shoot 89, what it means, especially if you're a 100 shooter, is you had no blow-ups.
Right.
Because you can break 80 and I can break 80 with a triple.
Right.
If you're
Can't
you can't shoot 89 if you're making if you're making triples.
No.
How you play because you can make more than one, and you can't make 4 birdies or birdies to offset them.
Yeah, I did have a birdie number 15. It was a par 4.
There's another one.
And and then the par 3s, I was getting bogeys.
Yeah,
so it was good.
Terrific. 89 is one better than bogey golf. You got you average bogey on every hole and with one par.
We got sweet Molly in here. It's her final day. We wanted to bon voyage her a little bit.
Dan and I have famously through the years, often, sometimes from a mean-spirited stance, make them cry.
Yeah.
And Molly is right now teetering. I mean, we could have Molly bawling by the time she left the studio.
I don't want to do that, but I
don't either.
I want to ask her
that
this
at all.
question. I've noticed that we can't keep
good people
on the drill. And I'm wondering what it is about me and Jeff and now E that
It's
is
so
reprehensible that makes you guys leave.
We discussed you. Why do we discuss you?
It has nothing.
Is it the smell? Is it the age?
Are we untoward?
Are we ugly? Are we ugly people?
Callous language?
I mean, this is one of my this is one of my students.
I mean, where does that come from? Just like that. She leaves me with a shot, a gut punch.
One of the young ladies that
I see. One of the many you've unleashed into the professional world.
She wanted to go into the industry, and she did, and she accomplished so much. She did radio here with us. She did UNF stuff and sports stuff on the sidelines.
ESPN3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then finally, smartly, early in the process, oh man, this business is going to
She did. So where are you going and what are you headed into, Molly?
I'm going back to school to finish my nursing degree.
Molly would be a great nurse.
Molly has a heart of gold, so I think
Thank
that's
you.
probably the best move for
You know what
her.
Molly did? Molly's sick.
Yeah.
Molly on Mother's Day.
Yes.
She woke up on Mother's Day and decided, okay, not planned, not part of getting your charity points when you're in high school, not community, just woke up one morning and decided to look up a local nursing home and take flowers to mothers.
Oh, that's a sweet
not
girl.
Family members, not at her dad's church,
Yeah.
that's a nurse.
Fellas,
right? That's a nurse.
We got a good one here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm telling you.
I'm not going to get involved in that. I'll leave that to Molly.
No.
Well,
no.
thank
But
you.
anyway, so what was your favorite part of the business here? What did you enjoy?
Yeah, memory. It could be sports related. It could be anything at all.
I think just coming in here to do updates with you guys, Mike and Tony and Helmets and Heels, getting to know everybody on air.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
You also have become quite the triathlete.
Yes.
So also
she came here as a mudder. Remember she did that mud race.
To do that. I think I'm doing another Ironman in October.
Are
Actually,
you?
yes.
Where's this one?
North Carolina.
She also likes Molly is one of those
I
young
did cold swim and
Yeah, but at least a cold run.
Molly's one of those young people today who use airlines like taxi cabs.
Yeah, they go all over the place. She's been to Bally's.
Like our kids. Our kids are the same way.
She's gone every weekend.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She'll go like
Chicago.
I'm going back home to Chicago this weekend. I go, for what?
Just hang out.
Just go. I'm leaving Friday at like 3, and I'll be back Sunday. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
that's what she does, right?
Well, so anyway, if you're in need of nursing, Molly be out there.
Now, how long is the process, do you think?
Hopefully the program that I want to get into, it'll be a year, and it's an accelerated program
not bad.
and a bachelor's degree. So hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you think it's probably too early to tell, but do you think you'll stay in Jacksonville, or will you bolt when
We'll
you get this degree?
If I get in my program, then yes, I'll stay in Jacksonville.
Okay.
But if I don't, maybe explore the Chicago opportunity.
Valley.
That'd be bad for
Not,
Jacksonville.
Thailand, Spain.
Sure.
There's some other options out there, you know.
Now, sweet Molly, the late great Junie Bug went back to school to become a nurse when we were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the really bad parts of it was one of her classes, she had a cat that she had to bring home. It was a dead cat. She'd have to dissect the cat. Is that what we have to do? Things like that?
Molly doesn't like dead bugs. That might be a game changer.
I mean, the bugs and a human are vastly different.
Vastly different, Jeff. Vastly
Humans
different.
are much uglier.
Trying to help
Molly.
save
You'll learn.
someone. I'm not really trying to save a bug.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
And we appreciate all the time you. This now brings the drill. Has been doing this show. How long have we been here, Pros? At 1010.
Like
20, 15,
18 years.
18 years. We've had literally 45.
Yeah, they come and
Mollies.
go. Yeah, we run them off.
Yeah, that we can't remember so many now that we don't.
Yeah, I don't even know. Thurkel and Jordan and Lauren.
Yeah.
God bless her. We made her cry. We made them all cry.
Yeah.
Everyone. Thurkel may not have cried. She was different. She's a different
she's
breed.
a little different.
Yeah,
she was a little different.
She popped on. She got her barboard tattoo, hopped on her Harley, and left. She had nothing for it. Yeah,
ripped a dart. And got out of
drove
here.
down the road. Yeah, but the other one.
See you later.
Molly could appreciate this. Does this mean we have to go back to listening to E do the updates? That's funny.
That's a good one. E.
It is.
That's a good one. That's not the case. We have the legendary Sam checking back in on Monday.
Well, yeah, we had a Sticks Devitt. The industry has spit him out, I believe.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's done. They to try to go. I made him. I knew when he cried that he had no chance in today's Rock'em Sock'em media.
Yeah, you dressed him down pretty
That was
offensively.
Not near enough to cry.
Pretty offensively.
Yeah,
you dressed him down one day.
You don't even remember. I don't. It had something to do with that idiotic flag that he flew in May.
He was a Cubs fan.
That was a mistake.
He flew the W in front of Jeff's face.
Yeah, not good.
Jeff went crazy.
Wasn't good.
It wasn't good either.
I wish I could have seen
that. We had to do some. That was just the morning we did some lane assignments. We had to do some lane assignments. We had to figure out which lane you could just make sure you stay in.
I wish I could have seen it.
I think the boss has finally decided I can't keep putting
anyone with them.
Young journalists on the morning
When
show.
you were a kid, they used to give report cards, and nowadays I don't know what they do. I think they just pass everyone through. But
Molly, were you nervous when you came in here the first couple times?
Initially, yeah. But I can say you guys you never made me cry. So
No,
you know.
we could. Though.
Yes,
we could right now.
We're not going.
It wouldn't be mean. It would be because you're emotional about leaving. That's because you're a nice person.
But we're not gonna. We're not.
We'll
gonna.
miss you, and we wish you well.
Yes. Thank you. And your family's been great to us, too, and we appreciate that.
I won't be a stranger. I'll see you.
Please come back and see us anytime. You're always welcome. Sweet Molly McDonald, give it up to her.
Yes.
Thank you.
Off to a triathlon near you.
Yes.
Somewhere. Or a nurse station.
We love her.
One of the
we
two.
love her. She's a good girl.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
For sure.
All right, back to sports. We've talked a lot about quarterbacks, obviously. Is Aaron Rodgers retiring, or is he going to – we just don't want – is he want a ayahuasca and then just show up at camp?
I don't –
And is that okay now? Where are we? Don't you think the Steelers know what he's going to do?
No.
You don't think so? Wow.
Right. I'm with Bradshaw with that.
Yeah, I would be done. I would be done.
Yes,
listen, buddy, we're not the Jets.
We got the OTAs.
We're not the Jets.
Yeah.
We're not playing this with you.
If you're not going to be here for OTAs, then we don't want you.
Yeah, we see how you are.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Kirk Cousins seems like a much better Steeler to me than Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins, blue collar, they'll love him if he's got any game left. I don't know.
He's got any game.
But that wing got hurt. He's always been a good passer. He went to Atlanta. He got injured. He tried to play through it, and it made him worse. So I would rather have Kirk Cousins than Mason Rudolph.
100%.
And I would rather have Kirk Cousins than Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is a Fruit Loop.
He might be. How about this stat? Now, again, I take it with a grain of salt because it's the NBA, and you know, and I know, and he knows when we do NBA stats.
Yeah.
You know, on Tuesdays in the fourth quarter, when your favorite TV show is on, so-and-so averages more points than anybody in NBA history type stuff, right?
Yeah.
However, this is a pretty good one, and this is good company. Players in Eastern Conference Finals history in any 4-game span, and so the great ones have been to a lot of Eastern Conference Finals. In any 4-game span, 130 points, 20 assists, 130 points, 20 assists, and a 62% plus TS in any 4-game span.
True shooting. That's true shooting percentage.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Jalen Brunson.
I was going to say, I know Jalen's having a great run. I'd be surprised if it's better than those two, or even Kobe. I thought Kobe may have had one. Oh, you said Eastern Conference, so it couldn't be Kobe.
That's right.
So there's probably some in the Western Conference, but still, listen. If you haven't caught up yet, then you'll never catch up.
Yeah,
not you. I mean, you're a basketball fan, and you've again, it's fun to talk about. He looks like a rec park guy. You know, if he had salt and pepper hair, you'd put him as a 42-year-old playing at Rucker.
Yeah.
But no, the dude. Here's why Jalen Brunson is able to be great at his size. It's hard to be great in the NBA at 6'1". It's fact. There aren't many great players in NBA history who were 6'1". Isn't Brunson 6'1"? I'm not cheating him, am I?
Yeah, he's 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is where everybody listen to what we're saying. 6'1". There aren't many.
Right.
Well, Steph Curry is 6'3".
Right.
That's different.
Yeah. What was Isaiah?
Isaiah's 5'11".
Yeah.
He's an example. I'm not saying there are none.
No, there are not many.
There are not many players.
Right.
Like Iverson was good, not good enough to be the guy. You can't. There aren't many. I don't know if there are.
Yeah.
Is there ever a guy? Isaiah, certainly arguable. They had a great team.
The second Isaiah Thomas had a nice spurt, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking the first Isaiah Thomas that was much better than the second.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah.
But didn't he have a really impressive spurt, the second Isaiah Thomas?
As a scorer, especially. He did. Yeah. And that's an ease boy. He fell in love with him. He had a year he averaged like 30. He led the league in scoring and then was done. Got hurt, and you just can't.
You guys think Pascal Siakam's a pretty good dude? Seems like it to me, right?
Yeah.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
I think Pascal Siakam's a pretty good dude, right? I mean,
he seems to be.
I hate the Pacers, but I think he's a pretty good dude. And he's been a champion. Right?
Okay.
Won in Toronto. So he's doing his presser last night. And he's doing it with a guy named Greg Doyle. You know who Greg Doyle is.
Sure.
He's the Indy Star columnist.
Used to be CBS. He's a Gator grad.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, he's not very, I don't know, well liked.
He's that guy.
Rubs you the wrong way.
He's a columnist. He's great.
Pascal Siakam exchanged last night. They played harder. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. How's that possible? Pascal Siakam. Well, they just played harder. It happens. Greg Doyle. In Game 5, Pascal Siakam. You good, bro? I told you. What else do you want me to tell you? I want you to tell me how. Hey, who is this guy?
Greg Doyle, University of Florida.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, gets up and walks off, by the way, after Pascal Siakam had enough.
Doyle, he's a stirred up. He's had awkward I saw him have one with my girl.
Yeah.
I don't stand for that. You can go after Siakam. You're not coming after Caitlin Clark. He had to apologize to her. He's whatever. The Indy's got him, man. They're all half crazy up there.
Oh, yeah.
McAfee, Doyle, Dockich. Yeah. That's some crazy. They got a lot of personality up there when it comes to that. A lot of personality when it comes to that up there.
Yeah.
We got people. We were talking about celebrity fans earlier, and we're wondering the Jags, and people are saying we're kind of Derek Truck should be getting some votes. He is a famous famous guitarist, and he is a season ticket holder.
Yes.
Leonard Skinner, another one. Those boys are fans.
Yes.
They trump these other ones that we've named, don't they?
Yes.
Skinner would be, if they were alive and kicking, that's by far the biggest entity that would be right of all the celebrities. Like,
that's pretty good.
Lil Duval ain't Skinner, is he?
I don't think he's Skinner. He's big, but not probably Skinner big.
He had a number one song in the country?
Lil Duval?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was number one. It was big.
Okay.
What about your boy Rip? He was at a game. Was that just for an appearance, or is he a fan?
Oh, Rip. I love Rip. Rip's the coolest Mac Daddy in the world.
Okay.
No, he's not a big fan.
Yeah, so people are asking about the Yellowstone guy.
Yeah. I don't think he's a big Jag fan.
No, Derek Trucks is who's getting a lot of the local votes.
Yeah, local guy.
Bortles, some say the boat. He is still a Jag fan.
The boats.
I got to see the boats season tickets though. I need to see the boat at the games on Sunday. You got to be at the games on Sunday. If you're the Jaguars' biggest celebrity fan, you're a celebrity, so you got cash. You're at least half the games in person. It doesn't count. So
that's fair.
Ghost Boy.
No, don't rip Ghost Boy.
I'm not ripping him. You got to come to the game.
He does.
Well,
he
good.
comes to the games.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, then that would put him into that category
He
more.
was also at the J Fun thing the other night.
Good.
Yeah. Ghost Boy.
Love to hear it. Yeah.
So he's a huge Jag fan too, and a friend of the program, and he helped him win an award.
Yeah, I'm all good. Let me back up. I wasn't meaning to say.
Sounded a little negative.
Well, for that to come through, he better be those things.
It sounded a little.
Yeah, that's fair. I did call him Ghost Boy.
Ghost Boy.
I did that. But I will say this:
had I known,
for him. I would say this: had I actually known his name, I would have said it.
Right.
So I
That's
just
fair.
Ghost
Asher
Guy.
Rodman. You know his name.
No, say it again so I'll hear it.
Asher.
Asher, I know. You guys
Rodman.
keep saying Asher. Asher Rod. Oh, Dennis's brother. I knew that.
Grodman with a G.
Oh, see?
Mm-hmm.
And you think I'm kidding?
Ghost Boy.
Huh?
This is the drill.
VoiceMenOnly.com studios, achieving greatness in sports radio.
Now, this is going to be the hardest, most difficult thing you ever attempted in your entire life. But you know what? When it's over,
Get emotional.
1010XL,
you guys are going to be champions. Champions.
where winners listen.
Champions.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Visti.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Hick in here, and I got the game changer. I've tested the field, and my winner is Checkmate Coatings. Checkmate Coatings, gang. It's your new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Garage, patio, driveway, pool deck. They'll do it all, and they'll do it all better than anybody else, and they'll do it all for an affordable price. Listen, talk to my guy, Brendan. You can call him. He'll talk to you. He's a great guy. He owns Checkmate Coatings. He's a local kid. He's done terrific work. He's built his brand. They have true Jacksonville crews that keep prices low because they have no massive overhead. He can talk floor coatings, man. Slam dunk those floors of yours with Checkmate Coatings. Go to checkmatecoatings.com. Real easy to find, checkmatecoatings.com. It's Checkmate Coatings. It's your floor's missing piece.
Prosser here. Get those boats ready for the Daily's Old School Kingfish Shootout presented by Yellowfin. It's Saturday, June 14th in St. Augustine. The entry fee, only $250 if you register by May 31st at oldschoolkingfish.com. The grand prize, a Yellowfin bay boat worth $125,000 and with limited boundaries, no bait buying, and no checkout. It is seriously old school. That's why it's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. A reason this is one of the most popular fishing tournaments. Go to oldschoolkingfish.com.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Henson and the Henson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Henson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Henson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
This summer, get ready to rock like never before. The Jacksonville Rock Orchestra brings the thunder with an electrifying night of Led Zeppelin like you've never heard it. Live at the Florida Theater, June 4th. Kashmir, Whole Lotta Love, and Stairway to Heaven reimagined with the full power of a rock orchestra. Led Zeppelin, orchestra style, only in Jacksonville. Get your tickets before they're gone at floridatheater.com.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Hick here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm. We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your...
Whoa. The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We got some game times for Florida and Florida State to start the year. We got a little night game against LIU, 7 o'clock, SEC Network Plus.
The big headline to me was that the LSU Florida primetime ABC.
That's no good.
It's in
I
Baton
don't like
Rouge.
nighttime in Death Valley.
I like when people make my point for me or supplement my point. The guy texts in, John Morant, 6'2", Trae Young, 6'2". Thank you for proving my point. I've missed those two leading their teams to titles.
Right.
That's the point. John Morant ain't going to win. Trae Young ain't going to win. Little guys don't win. And by the way, both guys 6'3", but you do whatever you need to kind of do your thing.
USF 4:15 in the swamp. That is a murky, hot day, ladies and gentlemen.
Who is it? Which one?
South Florida, the second game.
Yeah. I hope to goodness that the Big Ten thing goes through.
Yeah.
This Long Island is, if I'd allowed it to, it can make me angry. I'll just stop it, embarrassed and frustrated. I don't know how the phone call is ever made to Long Island University, Dan Hicken. You got to do better. Play FAM, play Bethune, give some money in state.
I don't know.
Long Island University?
Yeah, it's bad.
Come on, man.
It's bad.
So that's a real kick in the giblets to start the season for me.
FSU fans can lock in East Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's bad too.
That's a noon game. Oh, God. September 6th. No, I should say no, we're not playing at noon. September 26th at Virginia will be a 7 o'clock game. They go to Stanford October 18th. That's 10:30. And then at NC State November 21st, which I believe is not Saturday.
What a year. And naturally, the Gators are kind of the more hot button team. So they're getting even more talk than comparatively.
Yeah.
But that's the slumber. That's the sleeper hole that Mike Norvell put his program in last year.
Right.
There's no buzz. There's no excitement. There's no optimism. There's no enthusiasm.
No.
I'm seeing some of these SP rankings that still have FSU in the top 25.
Yeah.
Like talent-wise. So this is a year. I mean, this is a real prove-it year for Mike Norvell.
Oof, boy.
Because you've gone out again and picked the quarterback you say is going to run your offense. I mean, the DJ throw it away way is on Norvell.
I did see one bit of really good news for FSU. They're getting a visit from I think he's a Houston commit, and he's a 5-star quarterback. And that's a guy they got to flip.
He's got to get a quarterback.
He has not done that, and if he could do that, that would change things a great deal, obviously. You got to go get a guy like that. And, most don't feel like Thomas Castellanos is the answer. So
we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's easy to come to that conclusion based on, I mean, if you can't hold, it kind of defies logic that if you can't hold a job at Clemson,
right,
or if you can't hold a job at Boston College,
right,
how are you going to be an upgrade for another conference team,
right,
especially one that's supposed to be good? In the last 2 years, FSU has gone into a season taking not good. This isn't Nico transferring,
right?
DJ was no good. That's why they run out of Clemson. It wasn't because he, for some other reason. 2 years in a row, you've gone with conference cast-offs.
Yeah.
And by the way, this year's conference cast-off comes from a lower division team. We'll see. It's an important year. That schedule is cupcake easy, Dan.
Right.
You should be. You ought to sleepwalk to 8-4.
Right.
Of course, last year you could say the exact same thing. You do have Bama this year, and you got Florida, who's getting better. So you're going to cupcake. Not cupcake. You're going to bookend the season,
right,
with those two, but. That schedule, man, and Mike Norvell, I think to gain his fan base's trust, it needs to be something a lot more special than 10-2.
I'm just looking at Castellanos last year, and he
needs to be at least 10-2. He needs to be as special as 10-2.
They had lost 3 in a row to Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Louisville. And in those 3 games, he threw 7 touchdowns, 2 picks. But his big game of the year was 254 yards, 205 against Virginia Tech on 26 attempts, and then 28 attempts, only 164 against Louisville. So, but he's athletic, freewheel a little bit.
Well, the time that I saw the most of Castellanos was against Florida State when he almost pulled, and I'm sure that left an impression on Mike Norvell.
Oh yeah,
because
what do you
almost
think,
single-handedly.
What do you think in 8? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games because he only threw 7 passes against Syracuse. What do you think in 7 games he ran for?
I remember him being more mobile than explosive, at least in the FSU game. It was keeping plays alive and running for 12.
Mm-hmm.
So in 7 games, I'd say he ran for 230 yards.
93 carries for 194 yards.
Yeah, see, not a lot.
That's not good enough.
Like I said, now keep in mind in college, the sack yards goes against your rushing.
Also fair.
So he's probably on a bad team that he probably got some of those chewed up. But I think you're talking more about like not as big and powerful, but more like a Lagway runner than a Jaden Daniels. He's not going to go 90.
One cool thing here, by the way, I saw this and should be mentioned as we get ready for the Major League Baseball draft, which is only a month away, right?
Okay.
We have 3 prospects in the top 50 from Jacksonville.
Wow.
Which is pretty good. I mean, we got
kids from
the kid from Oklahoma, Kyson Witherspoon. is a top
Fletcher
10
guy.
Fletcher kid. We got Aaron Watson, who we had in here, Trinity Christian Academy. 42nd, and then 45th is Lodis from FSU.
Okay. Bartram Trail.
And Kyson's twin brother Malachi is probably not too far out of the top 50. I wouldn't think so.
Wow, good. Great for them. Good
congrats to
luck.
all of them,
And Lodice goes. He's going to go into the draft?
I would think
I'm saying he's going into I don't mean he's going to get big. He's going to go into the draft. Because he's young, isn't he?
This is his third year, so he's eligible.
You're allowed to. I don't know what you do anymore if you're a college player. It seems like maybe these programs, maybe these levels always produce like they do. But as a kid, I just didn't realize like golf and baseball, how much were coming from college.
Yeah.
Like football, you watch them. And basketball, you knew they were coming from college, where you don't really see.
This just in, Princeton transfer guard Xavier Lee
got a shoe deal, didn't he?
Set to make a combined $6 million between Florida's NIL Collective and international shoe brand Serious Player Only.
Woo. See, that's how the NIL is supposed to work. You go get a shoe deal.
Yeah.
You don't get handed 2.2 by your program to allow.
Well, they gave him something.
I know they did.
Yeah.
I know they did, but my point is he didn't demand $6 million or I'm going somewhere. He got a shoe deal.
Yeah.
Probably helps his internet, Xavier Lee's got international,
Asia.
Sure.
Asian, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
International appeal was the word I was looking for.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling right here.
Deer Drill coming up in the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah!
There's some stuff.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
You can find 1010XL on any social media platform: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. At 1010XL.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Just when you thought we couldn't bring you more, Keon Atlantic is here with a brand new store. We have the same great team to treat you well, with new savings during our grand opening sale. Keon Atlantic is here with the new store. Shop our best offers and largest selection yet. Save big during our grand opening sale. Is there something for everyone on our lot? You bet. If you're ready to experience something new, the all-new Keon Atlantic is ready for you. Your perfect ride is a visit away. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Hey, Hick here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Yeah, I've talked about Beaches Dermatology for a long time. You know those guys. You know doctors, Metz and Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. They do a great job. Dr. Boudreau. And they just want to remind you, man, May is Skin Cancer and Melanoma Awareness Month. And we're wrapping up May, and we're heading into the summer, and you got to protect your skin, man. I went golfing yesterday, man. Hat, sunscreen. Didn't do the long sleeve dry fit, but had enough screen on. I was in good shape. So be careful out there if you're out there for an extended period. It's hot. And even when it's hazy, it's hot. The sun is out. It's a sunshine state. And by the way, Beaches Dermatology voted one of the best places to work in all of Jacksonville. Shout out to Solano Road. That's where I like to go. They have different locations to serve you. If something shows up on your skin, don't wait. Go get it checked out. BeachesDermatology.com is the best place to go. You can find what location is closest to you, and we'll serve you. BeachesDermatology.com to make your appointment.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety.
Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Put the ball in the net with 60 minutes of soccer talk. The Coaches Show presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburg, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor. Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mokama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and Lagers, matching memories and some Mokama magic is what it's all about. Mokama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mokama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
This is Mike Lynch, PGA golf professional. Take it from me, if you're dealing with an orthopedic issue, talk to the doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where you're treated like a pro.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros. Thanks to all of you who have allowed us to be part of your recovery. Call us at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you ever have a need.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Plumbing problems? AC not blowing? Septic tank doing whatever septic tanks do? Don't call 3 different companies and play contractor roulette. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. Waddle over to duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Hey, Jacksonville, Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios too.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Joe C for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractor, lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjacks.com.
Hey, don't buy a diamond at one of those big box corporate jewelers in the town center until you see what Beard's Diamonds can offer. Hicken here. Beard's Diamonds will give you a better price on a better quality diamond. Beards, they're not beholden to Wall Street. They are beholden to the people of Jacksonville. Why? Because they're the only locally owned jeweler in the town center. Yes, Beards has the best diamond selection in the region. No middleman prices on hand-picked diamonds, all shapes, all sizes. They also have the top bridal designers like Tacori and Baraggio. And here's something else. Unlike the others, Beards doesn't have commissioned salespeople. Their experts get paid whether you buy something or not. So no pressure, ever. Their associates are diamond experts. They'll teach you how to buy a diamond the smart way. We're really lucky to have Beards here as a refreshing alternative. You get it all. No compromises, highest quality, personal service, no middleman pricing, and unbeatable guarantees. Beards Diamonds, the only locally owned jeweler. They're at the St. John's Town Center.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
right, welcome back. Big day at college baseball and softball. Gator softball team on the brink of elimination. They'll be taking on Charlton K. Gainey's Tennessee Volunteers tonight at 7 o'clock. Could be the first team out, or will stay alive. They'll get that. I'm sure they get that good pitcher who pitched last night. She was brilliant until the last inning against Oklahoma. Gave up a 3-run walk-off. Unbelievable. 2 outs, 0-1 count. And
yeah, that was great. It had never happened in the history. No one had ever given up a 2-run bottom of the 7th 2-out lead, I think, or something. Again, with the analytics nowadays, it's
but that's happening.
Crazy.
That's a tonight'er. And then the regional start in men's baseball in Florida goes at noon today. So
yeah, they got an early game. I like those. East Carolina, by the way, I was looking at a column that was saying lower seeded teams that could win the regional.
Mm-hmm.
And they had East Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, I also saw one produced by the same content creator, like NCAA baseball or something. I say content creator, I don't mean some YouTube production. I mean, whoever wrote the column had another one that was giving their what they would bet to win the regional. Like sometimes you might take, a 3 seed because, you're getting plus 800.
Right.
But they took Florida. Florida's the betting favorite to win that regional?
I would think so.
Coastal Carolina's 7 in the country and the host. But anyway, Florida, they did pick Florida at minus.
They get a lot of love from
minus,
last year,
minus 110.
The way they finished, and we'll see. I like I said, I'm not feeling it like I was last. Well, I wasn't feeling it last year, but they got going, and you got that had Caglione last year. I mean, it's a bit, losing.
I think here's what I think should give Florida fan a little more optimism. And again, you're much well versed on some of the injury issues that they're having to deal with. But this is where playing these 28 games in conference.
Oh yeah, 30
makes that stud pitcher on the other team look like just some typical Saturday dude you saw in Oxford or Athens or Baton Rouge or anywhere else. So I think these SEC teams are especially platformed this year with 15 of them in the top 21.
Yeah.
To overpower some squads. The intimidation factor, for SEC teams that are on the road is going to be awful low.
Mm-hmm.
When Florida has to go on the road because they're not hosting, or some of these other SEC teams that didn't get hosting spots, they're not, they're going to be the least bit flustered.
Yeah.
The odds on pick that got the most was Arkansas to win it all. Does that sound right to you? Say that Arkansas is the most complete team.
Yeah.
With some nods to LSU and North Carolina, if those. How did Florida do it? Didn't Florida win 2 out of 3 against both Arkansas and LSU?
We didn't play LSU.
Oh, they didn't. They took 2 out of 3 from Arkansas, didn't they? Arkansas was number 1, right? Didn't they play the number 1 2 times in a row, Texas and Arkansas, and beat them both 2 out of 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll see. It's an exciting time.
It is.
I guess Brunch with the Tour, we should have maybe just gone with a hot hand, or at least for another week. I saw Ben Griffin following up his win last week with a 2-shot lead at the Memorial, and scores weren't low.
Who do we have?
Who do we have as a group?
Yeah, who'd you pick?
I picked Morikawa and Sepp Straka.
Oh, who'd I pick?
I have it written down. You want me to go get it?
No.
I don't know. I
got you right here.
Yeah, okay. E, who did he pick? Morikawa. I'm off to a good start. This is an elevated event. Morikawa was in second, so I got good cash there so far.
The one Dan Hicken went with Xander Schauffele and Matt Fitzpatrick.
Oh, I'm in trouble again.
I think Fitzpatrick was
he blew up
way out the side of the
I got Scotty and Ludwig, and the tour went with Patrick Cantlay and Corey Connors.
Right, let me just look at this here real quick. While I look up these scores,
Matty 4 over 76 T51. Oh boy.
Well, no cut at least, so
yeah.
You'll hang around. You will get some money.
Says here projected cut line +3.
Oh, they do cut?
Oh,
there's only 70 guys.
Yeah, that can't be a cut, is there?
I wouldn't think. Huh? That would surprise me.
Good Lord.
I thought I thought that was the whole point of them.
Yeah.
Designated, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Signature. Ben Griffin, though, 7 under par, good for a 2-shot lead over Colin Morikawa. He was 5 under yesterday. Max Homa is maybe starting to come a little bit back to life. He had a real good round at the PGA, and he was 4 under par yesterday, so he's alone in third. All right, let's see. So I got Morikawa in second. That so far is the leader. Who else we got?
I got Xander +1. So
Scheffler's
doing very well.
Scheffler's -2.
Scheffler's fine. He's T7.
Cantlay is even. Schauffele's +1. Corey Connors is +1. And
Ludwig +3.
Yeah. By the way, I think it's not starting to feel like Ludwig is just the latest in the long line of can't miss pretenders.
Struggling.
Come find him with beautiful golf swings and great countenance with some, the Ben Hogan Award, all those things. And they just, Nick Dunlap too, Dan. You seen him lately? Won last year early in the year. This guy should turn pro. Why would he not just go ahead and turn pro? I mean, I haven't seen him in a year. It's a hard sport, man.
Yes, goodness.
I got Sepp Straka at +2 also, but that's T31. Scoring is, again, my point I was going to make when I started here is scoring has been is difficult at Memorial. Griffin's 7 under par. Again, after winning last week, and his first win was at that team event, which made it very forgettable. Griffin, I'm pretty sure, lives up there in South Georgia. I think he's a coastal Georgia guy.
So I don't know if this is real, but this is John Mellencamp on Twitter. It says John Mellencamp, singer, songwriter, artist from Bloomington, Indiana, 106,000 followers.
He'd have more than 106,000, wouldn't he?
Well, what bootleg would have only 106,000 is a good amount.
That's a lot for a celebrity.
I mean, well, no. But he has a blue check mark. It says John Mellencamp.
Okay, all right.
But you could buy a blue
Could it be
check
his
mark
son?
now.
No, it's a picture of him.
Okay.
And he says, the Knicks-Pacers games have been very entertaining for anyone who likes basketball sports. I attended Game 4 in Indianapolis. Who's your hospitality? I was embarrassed when somebody, under whose direction I don't know, called out some of the people who had made the trip from New York to support their team and in turn support our team. The audience booed these people. I'd say that's not Hoosier hospitality. One could say it's a poor sportsmanship. I was not proud to be a Hoosier, and I've lived here my entire life. On behalf of most Hoosiers, I'd like to apologize for our poor behavior. I'm sure the Pacers had nothing to do with this smackdown. John Mellencamp. Pat McAfee retweeted, I am somebody.
Yeah. By the way. Yeah. You're no longer Indiana's favorite son. You little panty waste of a
That's
performer.
how Hoosiers are, man.
You're a little panty waste, John Mellencamp.
I mean, you got
little John Cougar Mellencamp.
That grimy, scungy McAfee who called us a dirty SOBs.
Yeah, we showed such poor sportsmanship. This guy doesn't. You don't even get the joke, Cougar Mellencamp. You're not a fan. You can't name 5 players. Stop it. We want this guy to speak. He just said he wasn't in. He was against the fields of that whole thing. That was the best thing that happened in that game. That summarizes sports today. And my man Cougar says they weren't sportsmen enough.
Brunson was on SVP last night.
What a jerk.
Brunson was on SVP last night, and J.R. Smith walked by him and started rubbing his shoulder.
That.
And he had his rings on.
Yeah.
He said, you got ring fever now. And Brunson was smiling, and Brunson doesn't smile a lot when he does interviews.
He does. I know if I've seen him. He looks almost uncomfortably smiling.
He doesn't, and he's laughing, and SVP's like, you're smiling. He goes, I got a lot of guys trying to distract me, and then they showed all these shots. All these guys are.
Well, I thought it was impressive that SVP identified J.R. Smith just from the tats.
Yeah.
Unless he may have had a wider shot.
Somebody probably told him that's J.R. Smith.
All right. Yeah. That's that.
He didn't. Sense. No way he identified.
I met SVP. Man, I didn't realize how tall.
He's a tall dude. He's like 6'6". Yeah.
Whoa.
Where'd you meet him?
He seems like a good dude.
Out of Fort Lauderdale.
He seems like a real.
He's married to a Jacksonville girl.
Yeah,
for real.
Orange Park, I think, but maybe it's Jacksonville.
Yeah,
it's either one of the two. I don't stick to Orange Park. He definitely married. I tell you, another one has family around here is Jim Nance. Y'all heard Trey Hendrickson's living here?
Yeah, I heard that.
Do you know that, Hick?
Mm-mm.
Trey Hendrickson's living here now.
Because like his wife is. From
I think. I think his wife's a Jacksonville girl.
Okay.
And the word's out on Jacksonville. There's a lot of these dudes. I learned like. Remember Jarvis Landry came to town for a cup of coffee and a tryout?
Yeah.
He lives here.
Oh, does he?
These dudes come, they stay, man. Because look, if you live out there in that Pablo Ponte Vedra where you get the best of like the boating and the coastal life, it's like you get that South Florida without all the traffic and the hassle.
It's not expensive like that.
And they're not all over you everywhere you go. All right, I got one other golf thing. I noticed this because I'm a YouTube golf fan. This has nothing to do with those guys that play. It has to do with an interview I saw with Jack Nicklaus. Did you see this? Jack named his foursome. Have you seen this?
I may have. I don't know. Go ahead.
I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me who he picked.
Oh, okay.
Jack Nicklaus was asked his dream foursome. We often,
I know he said he put himself on it humbly.
Well, He's playing with him. So, yes. Okay. He picked 3.
Yeah.
So you tell me the 3. I'm going to give you the number right, and you're going to get it till you get it. Okay. See what I'm saying? If you have one right, I'll say.
These are when he wants to, or the best 4 golfers of all time?
No, this is his dream foursome. I'll leave it at that. That's how the question was asked, and this is what he said. So however he interpreted it, I mean, it's not going to be
I'm going to say
Johnny Carson.
He always had a great affinity for Bobby Jones. So I'll say Bobby Jones.
Got to give me 3. I need you to give me 3. This is the foursome.
All right. I think he would go. He wouldn't do Tiger, I don't think. Oh. He's played with. I think he'd do Hogan, although he played against Hogan. I'll just go Hogan, Jones, and Tiger.
Yeah, you got it. All 3.
I did?
Yeah, all 3. Nice. You go with Hogan and Jones because, to your point, he didn't play much with them.
Yeah.
And
I know he didn't play with Jones, but I know he went against Hogan.
It's very, very rarely, but a couple times.
Towards the end of
He loves Ben Hogan's swing. He wants to play
Yes.
Bobby Jones because he never got to play with him, and he thinks he's just awesome. Bobby Jones won 7 majors by the time he's 28.
So he's naming who he thinks are the best 4 golfers.
No, I don't think he's saying that for sure.
You know,
I wouldn't, because I read all the context around it. And he was more talking about his appreciation for what they did. I'm not saying he's saying that Bobby Jones is necessarily I didn't interpret him saying that way.
Okay.
I feel comfortable if you want to say those are the best 4. Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that.
Right.
But yeah, he did pick Tiger. So then, as soon as we did that, the text line wants us to offer up one.
And mine already changed too.
You already changed yours. Yeah, I wasn't as big a fan of yours. And one in particular, you got to get her out of her. She can't golf.
Yeah,
what are we doing? That'll just slow up your whole day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they were asking me, I'm going to give you, did you hear us talk about this?
What?
When you're driving in, our foursome?
No.
I'm going to give you my category. I'm going to see if you can get if you can get it. Okay. Here's my 4. And again, I threw this off top of the head, and I'm going to tell you, I tried to go eclectic. I didn't go all, it's not a Brave, a Hawk, and a Jag. Okay. So here's my foursome.
Mm-hmm.
1 is a golfer.
Okay.
Who is it? All kinds of testing. Don't overthink it. Who's the only golfer that
Tiger.
I'd be? Yes, I'm going to play with, even if he's broken down and decrepit, I'm going to play golf with Tiger just to watch him. Okay, this will be good. I don't think you're going to get these, and really we should at this stage of our relationship. 1 is an actor.
Ted Lasso.
No, that's a good guess. It's not a bad guess. It's somewhat comedic. More of an action actor. I just like this dude, always have. It's The Rock.
Okay.
I'm going to put The Rock in my foursome.
Right.
It's me, Tiger, The Rock, and the last is an athlete. Current athlete. Yeah, current athlete.
Not Dale Murphy.
Yeah, no Braves, no Hawks, no. I mean, I don't want to double every hole. I can't take any Atlanta influence. My foursome is an actor, The Rock. It's a golfer, Tiger Woods, and it's a current athlete. You can get these. Come on, you can get this. You can get this. I mean, a week ago, y'all wanted to put me in a threesome with her. Now I got a legitimate foursome.
Right.
Caitlin's my 4th.
That's fair. Although you better be careful with the crowd because she almost killed the person.
Well, that's okay. That's a fun little group, though. I would enjoy that. Yeah. Tiger, The Rock. I thought about Cena, but I don't think he can hit the ball. I've always liked The Rock.
What's yours, Dan?
What's yours? Ease was terrible, but he's good. He's redoing it. It wasn't. I'm sorry. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
he went with The Rock.
No, I went with.
No, I'm sorry. He went with LeBron. He went with, who was the last comedian?
Spike.
Spike Lee. And he put Oprah in there, but she's going to make it an 8-hour round. You can't do that.
Because I ain't really, my thing is, I ain't really golfing. I'm trying to pick the brand.
Yeah, no, you got to do both. It's got to involve some golf.
So mine real quick, Braun.
Okay. Bronny.
No. Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Denzel Washington. Let's go.
See, they're much better. Much better
list.
Let's
go.
I might could revamp mine, but I'm gonna keep it as it is.
That's fine.
You got a 4?
No.
He ain't playing.
I'll think about it.
Let's go to break. Go ahead, come back for a 9 o'clock hour on a GFL Friday.
Oh, nasty.
Oh, boy. That's green for life.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Looking for the win. Scobie sweeps the legs. 59 yards away. He's got it. Jacksonville wins.
1010 XM, home of the Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com. Powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Mia here for my friends at Closets by Design. It's been a few months since they built my custom closet. Even my family is obsessed. And with Father's Day right around the corner, why not surprise Dad with his own custom garage workspace? Tool storage, workbenches, the whole works. Closets by Design creates custom solutions for every space, lifestyle, and budget. That includes Dad's. Call to schedule your free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off. Visit closetsbydesign.com.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound & Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound & Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Pretty nice weather we're having, huh?
You think this is nice?
I mean, it's sunny, warm. We do live in Florida.
It's not all upside, Jason. Warm weather comes, so all the cool people hit the beach. My old air conditioner craps out, so it's 1,000 degrees inside, and I'm stuck on a video call in my underpants trying not to sweat through my...
Wait. Put these sunglasses on.
I'm not going to put on your...
Whoa. The air conditioning experts at Bueller Air and Plumbing can keep your home office cool and comfortable all summer long. You look good in your meeting, impress the big guy with your cool confidence, maybe finally make assistant deputy regional manager.
Wow, air conditioning can do that?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all summer worried the weather is going to be too nice, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Did you know that mosquito bites could lead to heartworm for your dog or cat? When mosquitoes show up, pet parents want them gone. Terminix takes mosquitoes down fast, just like they did at my house for our pup. Terminix knows that pets are part of the family. They do what it takes to help protect them. When mosquitoes show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a mosquito problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Got a cracked windshield?
Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars, to trucks, to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with prices that don't break the bank and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing to provide you with a peace of mind. You better beat the surge and head to the all-new Beaver Toyota or Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve.
Donald with your 10-10XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. The Florida Gators baseball team is set to begin their 2025 NCAA tournament journey today in the Conway Regional. They'll face East Carolina in the opening round today with first pitch at 12. Florida enters the tournament tying 10th in the SEC with a 15-15 conference record. This will be the first meeting between the two teams in 31 years. Gators head coach Kevin O'Sullivan previews East Carolina.
Well, anytime you win a conference tournament, they're playing their best baseball at the end of the year. I know they've had some injuries, probably similar to us. Obviously, they have a real number one in Norby. You know, they try to apply pressure on the bases. They try to apply pressure with the short game. Obviously, they've had a ton of success under Cliff, and obviously, it's going to be challenging for us. There's no question.
It's 76 degrees at 9:05. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. Mr. Nasty time.
It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock Nasty on the Drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Oh, nasty.
I don't know where that's. I don't know. Man, a couple of scores caught my eye yesterday from the golf. By the way,
what do you got?
Justin
89.
Justin Thomas 80. Daniel Berger 81. Dan Hicken 89 yesterday.
Career
That
low.
caught
Your eye.
First time he broke 90. Adam Scott +7, 79. What are y'all doing?
Taking the week off. Alex Condon officially withdrew from the NBA draft. That we know. Meanwhile, Ben Henshaw, who's that Australian kid, dropped a cryptic tweet, and with Texas Tech circling, there's chatter he could join Condon in Gainesville.
Well, they have one scholarship left. They're like the only major program that has an open scholarship. I think I read that. Yeah, they've been talking. Is he a big man too?
Ben Henshaw, no, he's more of a guard.
He's a guard. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's going to happen next year too. Florida's going to have a guy that goes from averaging 2.2 to averaging 13.4.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is? It's happening. Sure as sugars. I'm sitting here. They had a guy who last year probably averaged 2.4, and next year is going to average 11.8.
Oh, who's that?
Klavjar. Million
You think?
percent. Yes.
Okay.
He's the designated shooter. He's going to hit 5 threes a game. That's happening.
Okay.
He'll have a game next year where he hits 9.
Oh, wow.
That's what he'll do. They'll spread the court and open it up. And there's a lot of minutes. Look how much Aberdeen play. Klavjar got decent minutes this year.
Yeah.
Now, you do have the recruiting class, so that could have something to do with it. But, I mean, that guy, even as sporadic as he played, now he didn't end well, right? His defense, he got exposed. He was not
Couldn't
good.
get his shots off.
The last few tournament games, he wasn't good. But he did have moments this year where he does have that Dupay range. I think he can be at least kind of what Teddy Dupay was for those teams. Not the best player on the team, but can certainly give you some scoring spurts.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Looks like a really good team. Looks like a team it's hard to say it when you lost Walter Clayton. Looks as good as it was last year.
The video you get of and they're usually black athletes, black NBA guys who have never known nothing about hockey.
Okay.
Or sometimes they're baseball guys, too.
I was like that, though. I know where you're going with
You know
this.
where I'm going?
Yeah.
So they mic them, and they sit right on the glass, and it's great stuff, right? And so I see it all the time.
Okay.
And it's funny.
Right, because they're talking about the game.
But the all-timer has occurred.
Yes, goodness.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it was great.
Xavier Leggett, who
yes, right,
who is as country
Cajun.
can be.
He's Cajun.
Yeah, and he
had a blast.
You got to watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
He was digging it, and in his draw, which is at times non-decipherable, quite frankly. Is that fair? I mean,
very fair.
Yeah, you don't know what he's saying, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Now he mixes in some cuss words and such, and you got to watch it to see it. But it's if you Google Xavier, I think it was at a Carolina game, is my guess.
It had to be, yeah.
And he just enjoyed.
But I ain't know they to be doing all this. They got me right here on the glass. Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's literally like watching The Water Boy.
It is.
That's
really
what it sounds
is.
like. That's what I don't know. You can't. It's hard to understand.
But it is a great bit. And I enjoyed it and clapped it up.
And I guess he's just going to ride it out. He ain't going to make any effort to clean it up.
No,
right?
No, that's him.
To speak more proper, understandable, intelligible English.
No, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the culture really, hockey ain't really our thing.
No.
And until I went and saw the Iceman game.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I saw when Leggett was there at that hockey game.
Yeah.
So Hendrickson's wife, I'm just dropping things in as we get updates. I go through the text line every now and then. Hendrickson's wife is Providence grad. That's why Trey Hendrickson is living here in Jacksonville now. Yeah.
Shout out.
And,
There's a lot of them.
What up, P-Town?
And Mike Epps, he was Black Doug in The Hangover.
Yes.
That's Mike Epps.
Okay.
There was Doug and then there was Black Doug.
Yes. He was coined Black Doug by
what's
Galifianakis. Yeah.
He's so funny.
And the babies.
Carlos.
One more thing. The little babies, the AI babies. Have you seen?
Yeah, the AI babies.
I was first to that party, I think.
Well, we've got the Ernie, Charles, Shaq, Kenny the Jet
Oh, man, I got to see that.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, these are great. And you can do it with anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Looks very good. And I can't even hear them.
Right. They do a great job of mixing in what they look like in their voice and making the listen. Basically, all they're doing is they're stealing that gummy bear commercial. That's what's happened.
Yes.
Remember the little kid? They're all sitting
Football
in the
players.
office. Well, that one before that they were all in the office and they shrunk them down to little kids.
Right. So anyway, good stuff there. Going forward, so we'll see how it all plays out as we get ready for a big weekend. Let's go back to the Jags for just a second here.
Okay.
Before we head off the break and talk about what's going on with those guys and our Dream Finders Homes poll question, which is done. Ranking the quarterbacks in the AFC South, and Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Colts, and then Cam Ward was the winning one. So we had over 300 votes that were lost.
That makes sense. And by the way, I think Stroud and Trevor neither. I don't think Stroud gives Houston a better chance to win than Trevor does Jacksonville.
No.
Although they're pretty. Trevor is going to always be burdened by where he went in the draft. Stroud and some of the others don't. But Stroud's great year is the same as Trevor's great year.
But if you're great, you shouldn't be burdened by where you went in the draft.
If you are.
Yeah.
Fans, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Players, who knows what burden they feel. Did Matthew Stafford seem pretty burdened until he had a good team and won a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back with more. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Every day we deliver more Jacksonville sports than...
Chance of Duval at a Jags game. 1010 XL.
Jacksonville, Kia on Atlantic is open for business and the place to be this Friday. Taylor Dahl here from Helmets and Heels. Come see us broadcast from noon to 2 on Friday. Talking cars and incredible prizes. The first person to arrive in your own Kia during the live show wins a free set of tires. You could score club seats to a Jaguars game with a parking pass or tickets to see live and Collective Soul at Daly's Place. And they're giving away 2 free oil changes and 2 alignments. Off Atlantic near Kernan, noon to 2 at the new Kia on Atlantic.
2 classic albums, 1 night of hits. Styx presents
The Grand Illusion. Kevin Cronin Band presents REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. June 2nd, Daly's Place. Brotherhood of Rock Tour. Plus Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. 2 classic albums in their entirety. Sticks, The Grand Illusion, REO Speedwagon's High Infidelity. Don't miss the event of the summer.
Prosser here. Get those boats ready for the Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout presented by Yellowfin. It's Saturday, June 14th in St. Augustine. The entry fee, only $250 if you register by May 31st at oldschoolkingfish.com. The grand prize, a Yellowfin bay boat worth $125,000 and with limited boundaries, no bait buying, and no checkout. It is seriously old school. That's why it's the Old School Kingfish Shootout. A reason this is one of the most popular fishing tournaments. Go to oldschoolkingfish.com.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Soft takes are boring. That's why I dropped the hammer on the Frangie Show. I'm Hayes Carlion. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes, weekday afternoons on 1010XL.
Driven by Southside Kia.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
No matter what the reason, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers always works. For unique and special gifts, visit their showroom on Beach Boulevard. Dylan Denmark here with 1010XL. Kuhn Flowers is my go-to and should be yours.
online at CuneFlowers.com.
It's the NBA playoffs, and Hurricane Grill and Wings has slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts with 30 bold wing flavors, ice cold drinks, handcrafted cocktails, and big screens everywhere. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Dan.
It's my jam.
Dan Hickey with the dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
Let me find out you can moonwalk.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I still remember when he did it the first time I saw it. Everybody went.
Everybody went crazy.
I think it was at the Grammys.
Oh, was it the Grammys when he first time did it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, what in the heck did I just... Michael Jackson moonwalk.
Oh,
the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, people just went.
And I tell you what's amazing now, too, is, and you'll see them on TikTok or social media, some of these dudes have taken moonwalk to, like, you won't believe your eyes.
Yeah.
There's dudes who look like they're levitating, and it's crazy how good. But, probably all the entertainers are of a lifetime. No one has changed the game like MJ did.
Oh.
Back in the day. I mean, that dude was beyond popular. No one's matched that popularity, right? Taylor Swift, the closest.
There's some celebrities out there now because of social media.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean the music part of it, I guess. Music fandom, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that because Taylor Swift has hit generations now of young women, buddy. There's nobody's hit them like she has.
Right.
Been incredibly popular, like, beyond it all. All right, I have
the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup, Canada's most popular car was the 1993 Chevy Cavalier. Come on, Oilers!
What they do, they basically changed the Cavalier into the Malibu. Is that basically what happened? Who knows?
I have to ask.
I consider myself somewhat of a rugged outdoorsman.
You do?
Yeah, things are
rugged.
happening. Yeah.
Why rugged? What's the rugged part? How does that fit in?
Not afraid to spend a night in a tent.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you have...
Can drop you off, you can survive?
1,000,000%.
Okay.
For a while, I bet.
Okay.
I mean, wheel spin. Go in the woods for a week. Come back out. Yeah, give me some... Hey, look. Give me... Now, I'm not going to overplay this. I need to have a lighter, and I need, I'm not going to be making,
starting your own fire out of twigs.
I'm not doing all that, but I would be perfect. Give me a fishing pole and a tent, a little bit of canned beans and a lighter, and I'll spend a few days. I'm okay.
Not your boy.
Yeah, right. That's all I mean.
Okay.
So I'm here to tell you. I stay on top of things that are happening out there in the wild kingdom.
Okay.
And I have seen something in the last 24 hours. It's about a week old, so I apologize. I have an outdoor weekly I hadn't read until yesterday for the rugged outdoorsman.
Mm-hmm.
We have what has been termed, now this is the part that bothers me. It's these semantics are what bother me.
Okay.
This phraseology. Deemed a credible sighting. Like a credible sighting bothers me.
Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Where?
Bigfoot's on the prowl right now in Michigan. A father and his young son just trying to enjoy a slice of middle America were bow fishing a week ago, Dan.
We got Bigfoot.
Up in the swamps of the UP, I like to call it, the Upper Peninsula. That's what us outdoorsmen call it anyway.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah, so the Squatch apparently just came right up on them, and they had this isn't
We got a picture?
This isn't, that's the problem.
Okay.
Well, the pictures of Sasquatch don't exist because Sasquatch in and of itself is a big phony fake. But these two claim to have seen, they're normal people, Dan. We're not talking about, this isn't baby Gronk and his pops.
Right.
They're normal people. He's 14. Dad's like 39 or, something like that. And so it was investigated. They went and they turned it in and, or they reported it and they came out and it was, investigated and it was deemed a, quote, credible sighting.
Okay.
So now the entire area up there, now they got Bigfoot fever, you see. And in the last week, there have been multiple sightings, multiple investigations. I saw one where there were like 14 cop cars and 2 fire engines at a local shelter where someone claims to have caught Bigfoot on camera. I'm here to tell you that there's some wackadoodle ayahuasca-laden, provocateur up there in Michigan who's putting on a Bigfoot costume at night, and if he doesn't watch out, he's going to get shot.
That's the problem.
That's how this ends, because I'm here to tell you all right now, there is no Bigfoot. If there were a Bigfoot, we'd have him in a museum. You know how I know this?
How?
Because I know there's alligators. You know how I know this? Because I know there's elephants. You know how I know this? Because I know there's bears, Yeah, it's 2025, my man. We can clone sheep. We have equipment that can pick up heat sensors from a million miles away. If there were big 9-foot gargantuan big-footed Sasquatches roaming the Pacific Northwest or the Upper P or Georgia for that matter, we would by now officially, unequivocally, without a doubt, know it. There would be verifiable, undeniable, and lots of proof. It's that simple, sure.
All right.
This is where people come, other species haven't been discovered. Yeah. Well, there's no Sasquatch up there in Oregon. Telling you that right now. Y'all go look, though. Have fun. Produce a show. That's another great one, They do a show called Finding Bigfoot.
Okay.
Now, do people actually tune into the cliffhanger of whether or not they found him? Because I got news for you. If they found Bigfoot, it'd kind of be on the news, right? You wouldn't, if Bigfoot were officially found, you wouldn't learn it on Finding Bigfoot. It would lead the news that night. A Bigfoot has been found and captured. Anyway, that's my Bigfoot rant. But apparently, a credible sighting. It's been deemed a credible sighting. Squatch, as us rugged outdoorsmen call them, a Squatch has been sighted up there in Michigan. Well, we'll see. If you're on YouTube or TikTok, you know who Angry Grandma is.
Mm-hmm.
She's a foul woman, but sometimes can be funny. They saw the Bigfoot, apparently.
Okay.
Again, just saying. And someone on here now is going to go, you know who Angry Grandma is? Yeah.
All right, let's kick some let's give some advice.
Time to give some advice. We gave some really good advice last week. Maddie Every was in with us, so it gave us a different perspective there. But listen, you're having problems out there on the First Coast. Much of it is relational.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it's not one size fits all. I get that, but if you're writing in to ask our opinion, then you've got to go with our opinion, put those formulas into your life, and thus get better for it.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
But if you hear us and you get in your feelings about what we say, maybe that's why you're writing a letter to a radio station.
All right, E, kick it up. Dear Drill, I'm a teacher. I have a young son. I love being off when he's out for school holidays, spending summers together. I have the best of both worlds.
Okay, great.
I recently married a woman who's 14 years younger than me. And I never thought this would happen. No. She's also a teacher, but she hates the profession. She feels it's not exciting or respectable enough. Her opinions about teaching hurt my feelings because I believe it's a noble career, plus it gives me quality time with my son. My wife has decided to join the police force. It didn't happen out of the blue. We've discussed it for the last 5 years. I told her it's not the life I want. I work hard to reach a point in my life to have a family and take summer vacations. I was honest with her from the beginning. She often says she wants the time with our family too, and she won't join the police force. Then days later, she brings it up again. We've only been married for 6 months. I regret it already. I didn't get married to be alone all the time and take vacations without my spouse. I love her, but I feel betrayed and lied to. I also don't think she'll be a good cop. She's just obsessed with police shows and thinks it's going to be like that. She's throwing away a great career for one I think she'll leave in a year or two. I feel our biggest challenge is her lack of experience. What do I do?
Well, I wish you'd written this letter 8 months ago. Is what you should have done first. These are questions that should have been asked beforehand. I mean, God, I got to be honest here, bro. I feel what you're saying, but what you're saying describes a world where you make all the decisions and you get exactly what you want. It sounds like you want to have your job and it be accepted and respected, yet you don't want to offer her that same opportunity to have her job. And I guess I'm right. It's his son. It's not her son.
Right.
I mean, that's also a thing here, boss. If you found a stepmother, as it were, or that for your son, and she's making a lot of, and at the end of the day, I don't know why you married someone who has no respect for you or what you do. That's on you. I can't change that now, but if you're going to do it on your own, then, I mean, what's good for the goose? You got to be good for the gander, her. Am I missing something, E?
You ain't missing nothing, buddy. Hey, man, what questions were you asking before y'all started, man? You should have had all this figured out, my boy.
Yeah.
I'm saying, the great Jaheim once said, you better put that woman first.
Yes.
Figure it out. Happy wife, happy life.
Amen. Dear Drill, we host dinner parties in our home with our dear friends. They always bring their little dog.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
They never ask
I don't
if
need
it's
it anymore.
okay with us.
But here's my answer, and I mean this with full-throated volume. Get new friends.
When they're finished eating, the husband picks up the dog on his lap at the table. It's unbelievably rude to have a dog at the dinner table. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong, unless...
What do you suggest we do?
I suggest, I don't know, you say something. I mean, have you not... I need to know, have you asked them not to, and they did anyway? That should be the last invite.
Correct.
We know how he feels about this.
But if you're bringing a dog over, if they're bringing a dog over and you don't want them to bring a dog over, the very first time it happens, say, hey, man, I don't know what's going on. There's been miscommunication. No dogs at the party. And that's totally fine. But bottom line is, I can't be friends with a couple that bring a dog to someone's house. I just can't. I don't like you. So whoever your friends are, I don't like them. So it's going to be an easy split for me.
What say you?
You and your dog can hit the road, Jack. I'll fool with y'all. No way.
I got time for one more here. Dear Drill, my boyfriend is 18 years younger than I am.
Oh, dear.
Our relationship hasn't been perfect, but I love him to death. Unfortunately, I'm going through menopause and have all the side effects. Long story short, he found another girl. It was just supposed to be for sex, and he told me he wouldn't get into another relationship or marry anyone but me. Well, he fell for her, which I warned him he was going to do. They're both at my apartment. I'm trying to make him happy by allowing this, but he can be so mean, and he's so much nicer to her. He tells me how nice she is. I told him it's because he hasn't hurt her yet. He won't have sex with me now. He claims he isn't favoring her, but he is. Should I allow this and try to make it work?
I would
give up.
I'm gonna delicately say this. You need to give up. There's no hope for you. Your self-esteem and decision-making is so far off a cliff.
They're both in her apartment.
There's no parachute that will save you. Going through menopause is not a free pass for your husband to have sex with other people. That's ridiculous. So I don't know who did your learning for you, where you've acquired some of these life skills, who's guiding or navigating. This is another one. You've hit us way too late. I would have told you before you hit menopause. Don't let him go cat around just because you're having menopause. Because this also just in. I just checked my counter. The most recent update is there now have been 4,878,541,314 women who have had sex on menopause. I just checked.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. There's no hope for you, lady. You're above our pay grade. You got to go somewhere else and get help, real help. I can't help you there.
Listen here, sugar mama. They're staying at your house.
Yeah.
He's not giving you none of the magic stick, and you just allowing this? Yeah, there's no hope for you.
I'm sorry, did you just say magic stick?
Magic stick.
Damn. Turbo button.
Did he just say?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This is just one of those things that as I leave town, I'll just say to myself, I'm glad I didn't say that. E.T., what's the email address to the drill?
Dear Drill at 1010xl.com.
Yeah, because people now are, again, some of these, man, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean, but man, I can't help you, baby. I mean, if you have menopause, here's what's so distressing about all this. This is the kind of letter I should get from a 22-year-old that don't know no better. My lady's in menopause. She's been around. She's at least in her late 40s, right?
Has to be.
I mean, you're to your late 40s and you're just now figuring out you don't let your husband go sleep with other people?
Well, I believe the letter also said he's 18 years younger.
That was also a mistake.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's going to do it for Dear Drill. We'll be back to put a wrap on this fantastic Friday edition of The Drill, brought to you by Green for Life. Look for those bright green trucks and cans out there all over the First Coast and trust them for your local haul-off needs.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
That goes to whoever gets closest to the actual retail price without going over. John, we're going to start with you. Go ahead.
1010, Drew. The price is 1010XL, and it's always right.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This summer, get ready to rock like never before. The Jacksonville Rock Orchestra brings the thunder with an electrifying night of Led Zeppelin like you've never heard it. Live at the Florida Theater, June 4th. Kashmir, Whole Lotta Love, and Stairway to Heaven reimagined with the full power of a rock orchestra. Led Zeppelin, orchestra style, only in Jacksonville. Get your tickets before they're gone at floridatheater.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
What are the only 2 states that do not observe daylight saving time? The answer next.
Having the right homeowner's policy protection means you're staying on top of your most valuable possession, your home. For information on finding an agent, go to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
The only 2 states that currently do not observe daylight saving time are Arizona and Hawaii.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
I'm Drew Scrimshire, president and publisher of the Jacksonville Business Journal. In business, timing is everything. That's why every morning at 8:15, our morning edition delivers the most important business news straight to the inboxes of Jacksonville's decision makers, executives, entrepreneurs, investors, and industry leaders. Want to know what the First Coast power players are reading before they start their day? Join them. Subscribe today to the Jacksonville Business Journal Morning Edition at bizjournals.com/Jacksonville.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 30th, 1927, Walter Johnson records his 110th and final shutout of his Baseball Hall of Fame career, the most in MLB history.
Packer here for Awaken 180 weight loss. You know, being in the maintenance program now with Awaken 180 weight loss has been great. After losing well over 100 pounds, I still meet with my coach now once a month, get the guidance that I need so the weight doesn't come back on. Losing the weight was fantastic, but honestly, keeping the weight off has been as rewarding. It is phenomenal. Awaken 180 has absolutely changed my life. In fact, I'm going on a cruise next week. I'm even going to do formal night to take some of those photos. I would have never done that 100 pounds ago. With Awaken 180 weight loss, now I'm not afraid of the camera anymore. Again, absolutely life-changing. If it's time for you to make that change like it was for me, go to awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. If I can do it, you can do it. Awaken 180 weight loss.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson. Before you invite family and friends over for summer fun, treat yourself and your home to new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson has a great deal to get you started. We're excited to offer our Window of Opportunity Savings event. Buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
Jacksonville, you know a good defense wins games, and a good fence protects your home. Frank Frangie here. Coil Fencing has been around the block since 1927. Literally, they probably fenced it too. From tough chain link to sleek aluminum fences your HOA will love, Coil is the name to trust. Nearly a century strong and still standing tall. Call Coil today. You can trust them. Call 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barry here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barrier Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to barrierorthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barrier Orthopedics.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
I'm cooling down from a Knicks victory last night that kept us alive.
Sure.
Kept us alive. So we'll see what happens Saturday night.
You bet. I am cooling down on Eric Armstead's skill as a tight end evaluator. Because it just it was almost as if Pro Football Focus was monitoring Eric Armstead's social media feed, his Twitter page or Instagram, whatever he put it on. But famously, Dan told us yesterday we're in great hands because Eric Armstead said the league is about to learn that Britton Strange is a top 5 tight end.
Right.
And then lo and behold, guess who released the top 32 tight ends in the league list yesterday? One Pro Football Focus. I had, I believe, 4 different NFL franchises had 2 tight ends on the list. And forget top 5, Britton Strange not in the top 32. So work to do there. Evan Ingram, 11.
In honor of the Yankees-Dodgers this weekend, by the way, rematch of the World Series. Dodgers get the Yankees for 3 and then the Mets for 4 in their next 7.
At home.
At home.
Yeah, because they just made that trip to New York. We got the Red Sox again. I don't know, I feel like I play them every day. The Braves. Another injury yesterday, too.
Well, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
Who would you say are the top? This is a good question, man. This is interesting. I'm just looking at this list. Top 5 Dodgers of all time.
Well, I think I saw that list, too.
All right. That's a great question.
There's so many good ones.
Wow. The top 5 Dodgers of all time.
Yeah.
All right. I got it. I mean, Jackie Robinson.
Is he number 1?
He is for me.
Is he number 1? Why? Is he
because of what he did? Because of the incredible.
Well, that's fine, but that's more than.
He's also an all-star player. He didn't get to play as long. I don't know. Part of why he's number 1. I don't know what Jackie Robinson is. Or maybe
9
he
years. I think he was an MVP one
but
year.
He wasn't kept from joining the league, was he?
What do you mean?
Like he didn't have to come in at 27 or 28. Did he come straight out of college and play? See what I mean?
No, he played in the Negro League.
So that's
it's
bonus because the stats can't matter.
Yeah.
To carry that shield.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
For an entire, and be a great player.
Yeah.
He's a great athlete otherwise. So is he the best Dodger of all time? No. But to me, he's the greatest Dodger.
He might be close.
The impact, yeah.
Because there's.
Well, then I'm going to get it. I'm going to go.
Jackie Robinson in 1949 did hit 342 with 16 homers and 124 RBI.
And it's a different era, gang. 16 homers a little different than today.
The most he ever hit was 19.
He wasn't a home run hitter. He was a second baseman. He wasn't a
career average 313. Though.
Again, probably not fair to put Jackie Robinson over Mookie Betts. It's really not. I don't like. How long you got to play there? That's one problem for the Dodgers. They get a lot of Johnny-come-latelys. If you're going to go with like a lifelong guy, then you're going to leave out some good players. I mean, is Shohei not already? He's only been there 2 years. He can't be, can he?
No.
You got to go with the pitchers. To me, here's what I'm going to go with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Jackie Robinson.
He's number 1 on this one.
I'm going to go with Sandy Koufax.
He's number 2.
And then I don't know if this guy's number 3, but to me, if I think Dodgers, this would be 3rd, and for me, it would be Don Drysdale.
Don Drysdale is 6th.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw 3rd.
Yeah.
Hard to argue. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fernando 4.
Too many pitchers on this list.
2, 3, and 4. And 6.
Fernando's not 4, bro. You don't get to do it for a year or two and then be all-time great. Fernando was a cup of coffee, wasn't he?
Well, Fernando Mania was unbelievable.
Yeah, but how long did it last, Dan? Did Fernando career wins for Fernando? Is he even 100?
Oh yeah. I say but I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I know his Cy Young year was like a 12-3 or something, wasn't it? It's not like it was a 20.
Stole it from Tom. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Stole it from Tom.
I didn't know how many wins he has.
Who's the next? 173.
How many for the Dodgers?
Oh.
I think Don Drysdale was better than Fernando, wasn't he?
13, 19, 15, 12, 17, 21, 14, 5, 10, 13.
Certainly not Kershaw or Sandy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's too high. I don't know if he's in the top 5.
The next position player, second best position player ever by the Dodgers, surprises me.
Okay.
I'd have to check his stats too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you going? Is it a position player?
Yeah, that's why I said the next position player is number 5 all time.
Okay, he is 5 all time.
Yeah.
Is it? This is where he wasn't a Dodger; he was a Giant. Is it Duke Snider?
Duke Snider's a good guess.
He's a Dodger, right?
Yes.
I mean, I know
he's 8th all time.
What about his name just gave me the catcher?
He's 7th. Roy Campanella.
Yeah, Roy Campanella. I want to say Elston Howard. He was Yankee, wasn't he?
Yes.
All right, so I'm getting it all around. I don't have to fit. Okay, do I have to go back to the Brooklyn Dodgers, to that era? I do, huh?
Yep.
Gosh, I'm having a hard time coming up with Dodgers from that era offensive players. To me, it was
Pee Wee Reese.
Yeah, that's way back, isn't it?
Well, he played with Jackie.
Oh, he did. I thought he was before that. Yeah, I'd have to know more about Pee Wee Reese. I just know him as
a big hitter,
as a unique name.
Yeah.
I got a hard time believing Pee Wee Reese is. Hasn't Mookie Betts been there long enough?
Mookie's honorable mention.
Yeah, Mookie's better than everybody on that list.
Pee Wee's 5, Drysdale 6, Campanella 7, Duke is 8, Dazzy Vance is 9, and Don Sutton is 10th.
Yeah, that list.
Honorable mention: Gil Hodges, Oral Hershiser, Mookie Betts, Matt Kemp, Mike Piazza, who I would think might be a little
Steve
high.
Garvey.
Yeah,
that's a bad list. Again, very often overheard on the show.
That's a bad list.
That's a terrible list.
Yeah.
Oral Hershiser is better than Fernando, dude. He just is.
Yeah. That's interesting, though.
What did Hershiser get? He probably got 200 wins, but he probably got more outside of L.A. than Fernando did. Who did Fernando pitch for? The Yankees?
Padres. I remember.
That was it?
That's probably more. Maybe the Angels. I don't know.
Yeah, fun. Always fun.
Oral pitched for a lot of teams, didn't he? I know he pitched for the Mets.
Yeah, he pitched for the Indians at the time.
Went back to the Dodgers, the Giants, Cleveland.
Yeah,
that was it.
But how many wins?
204 wins.
Yeah. That's not I will say this.
More.
I'll say this. 173 is more than I thought for Fernando. And if Jackie Robinson gets to be number 1 because of his cultural effect in part, then Fernando Mania and that cultural effect should probably resonate as a top 5 Dodger.
Probably should.
Because sometimes if you're going top 5, for a team or a franchise, or you got to include everything.
Yep.
Remind me to ask Freddie.
Yep.
His son, Kelvin,
Florida Gator,
is heading up to Gainesville this weekend.
Okay.
And he's taking his, quote, little cousin by the name of Javari Lucas. Javari's a 6'6", 310-pound right tackle from Glade Central High School.
Okay.
I want to ask Freddie about Javari.
Kelvin's taking him up?
Yeah.
Is Kelvin a coach?
I don't know. He said, Gator Nation on the way with my little cousin. He got next.
Well, I hope they didn't get him.
Yeah. So
Kelvin Taylor had a good for your father to have been so great and impactful. Kelvin Taylor had a nice Florida career, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had some big moments. He had a huge Georgia game one year.
Yeah.
Him and Matt Jones both went off together. I think it was the pairing.
Matt Jones, not to be confused with Mac Jones.
Yeah, Matt Jones, the running back, who actually went to the league and flashed for like half a minute and then just petered out quick.
Kelvin went 508, 565, and 1,035.
Yeah.
Averaged 4.3 yards a carry, scored 23 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
2,108 yards. So
very, very good player. Not Freddie good, but what did Fred have in Gainesville?
That's a great question.
Probably not 3, because he was part-time, and really it was like the second half of his final years where he really got the rock a bunch.
Fred had 3,075.
Yeah, right at 3.
So his son only had 1,000 yards less?
Yeah. And son also split like Fred did. But Kelvin wasn't he had a couple
always forgotten Eret, the all-time leading rusher ahead of Emmett.
Yeah, that has stuck with me by now.
Yeah.
And I did, when I was doing that Gator podcast, getting some of the old heroes from past, that did one with Rhett, and that reminded me.
Neil Anderson, 3rd, Ernest Graham, 4th, Taylor, 5th.
I would not have gotten Neil Anderson still 3rd. I would not have gotten that. I would have thought Ernest Graham.
Ernest Graham, a couple hundred yards behind him. Freddie's 5th.
It's interesting that
Tim Tebow 6th.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Interesting that Mr. Fun and Gun Throw It Around the Yard is also producing 2 of the top 5 backs.
Well, Michael Pirine, 8th.
Wow.
John L. was 11th.
Palaka.
Kelvin 16th.
Calvin Taylor 16th, huh?
Seatrix 21st. Percy Harvin 23rd.
Seatric for a while was the last 1,000-yard rusher.
By the way, Percy Harvin 9.5 yards a carry in college.
Yeah, Percy Harvin was
different.
He was different, dude. He was different. If that man didn't have migraines, he'd be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He'd be a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Yep.
He could have just played. But he was always so. And he ain't all right either, man.
He's not.
Always something going on mentally. He's just something. He just ain't. It can be as sweet as can be.
Yeah,
but he's just off, man.
Like you said earlier, Jeff, as the kids say, he was one of those ones. Percy was.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he was one of those ones.
Percy was.
Yeah,
different.
There ain't a bunch of them ones, and he was one of them ones.
Yeah.
That is
just fun to watch when he had the ball.
Yeah, for sure. All right, playoff basketball lives on. We'll get a game 6 for the Knicks and the Pacers. Look, the Knicks are 6-2 on the road in the postseason. The Pacers have lost a couple of home games. There's a chance there. That was the first road game the Pacers had lost in the playoffs since game 1 game 3 at Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So they snapped a bit of a man. If you're the Knicks, it's just sickening what you did in game 1.
I can't get past it.
I can't. I believe
I said that to my buddy today.
Yeah.
I said, honestly, if we had won game 1, we got 2 shots to win this thing.
I've had those
and I knew it. And the thing is, you knew it.
Yeah.
You knew it as it was happening.
Yeah.
You knew it was a tight series.
Yeah.
You knew it as you watched it. And then, and I kind of felt like we'd blow game 2, even though I was there. I didn't feel good about game 2.
They
So
almost
all of a sudden you're down 0-2, and you got to go to Indiana, and you staved off. You got the one
Well, they
win.
did
You had
blow
to.
game 2,
Yeah.
I say,
Yeah. So, but yeah, game 1 will stick. And when if they close us out Saturday night,
It'll
if they
be because
close
of
us
game
out at
1.
the Garden. It's all good at
Yeah.
game 1. If we win this thing, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
unbelievable. I will say this: it will. The Knicks are going to have an Allen Houston-like moment to win this series. In other words, remember Allen Houston beat the Heat. He's going to have to. They're going to have a buzzer beater. There's going to be one game where they're going to have to hit the shot to win the game, and in my opinion,
yeah, ball in the air.
Yeah, there's going to be because Indiana ain't going down quietly. We're not going to beat Indiana like we just did.
No,
2 nights in a row.
you got to be. I mean,
more times.
You better get a hype man, fire up the music. The Knicks better come out with their hair on fire.
Yeah.
Because you get on the road sometimes and you start just
like Minnesota did.
Yeah, just start just lax enough and you're down 15 and you're cooked.
Minnesota scored 9 points in the first quarter of their closeout.
And just like that closeout game, if the Pacers get up 15 there's not going to be some miraculous comeback. Just like last night there wasn't.
You also know that Halliburton is going to go balls to the wall. He ain't going to have a crummy game.
His dad's going to punch Brunson after the game. There's that.
Son of a gun. Get
All
us
right,
out of here, E.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
What's up, Tone?
What's going on, guys?
What you got cooking on a Friday?
We'll have Tom McManus in with us for the show this morning, as we do each Friday. Our question of the day today, a couple days ago, we asked, how many sacks do you think Josh Heinzel and Trayvon Walker will combine for? And Tommy mentioned a number for Eric Armstead where he thinks he could hit this year, and it sparked the idea in my head for the question that we're asking today.
Okay.
How many players will finish the 2025 season with 5 or more sacks?
Oh, gosh, we need
for
5.
the Jacksonville Jaguars. And your options in the poll, 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5 or more.
Yeah.
And getting ready for this question today, I went and looked at the first 30 years of Jacksonville Jaguars football to see how many years we've had of each of these results.
Not many 5 or mores.
2.
5 or more with 5 sacks or more?
Yes. That's happened twice. And that was 99 and 05, I believe it was.
When you go, isn't the popular answer going to be 3?
It's going to be the most popular answer.
Yeah,
I
can't go. And by the way, I'm not sure Ogba gets 5, but I expect him to.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't rightfully sell any other player on this team.
Yeah, like I was looking at the 8 playoff seasons that the Jaguars have had.
Okay.
Only 5 of those 8 even had 3 players with 5 or more sacks.
Ain't easy, I guess.
Right. Like it's the sack numbers I've thought this for a while now. I think sacks are a stat that are the least understood by fans.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a number in your head where, well, if you're the sack guy, you're a 15 sack guy every year. It's like, no, there's 2 or 3 of those guys in the league at any time.
They're the Hall of Famers.
Right. Like there's only a
Most
handful of guys
have a
that
year
do
where
that.
they have 8 one year, 6 one
Like
year.
you have 16 to 20 players every year in the league who have 10 plus sacks. Right? Like it's half the and that's going to be representing probably around 10 teams. We'll have a guy that's actually a double-digit sack guy each year in the National Football League.
Crazy. So
when you start looking at some of the history of these numbers, we'll talk about it as we go through the show today. And obviously, with that being the topic, we'll talk about our expectations for each of the guys on the team. And that would include Ogba and Armstead and all these guys. You know, what is a good or bad season for any of these guys? What is living up to the hype if you're Josh Hines Allen? Like, what is a great season for him? What would be a disappointment?
Well, you bring up a good point because the one thing that has changed, and this is societal, we'll blame it on social media or the immediate gratification, whatever you want to do on. But like the standard of like acceptance or of success has just changed so much from the 90s Jags to now.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen's stat line kills Tony Bracken's for consistency.
Yeah.
Here's what Brackens did.
Yeah.
Again, these are good.
Yeah.
But he's always been viewed as a great player. No one will say that about Josh Allen. He's this, that, or the other. Here's Bracken's 7, and these are full seasons. 7, 7, 3.5 in 12 games, 12, 7.5, 11, 1 in an injury shortened season, and then 6.
Yeah.
7, 7, 3.5, 7.5, 1, and 6. Those are 7 of his 9 years. And he's a great player. The point is,
it doesn't tell you the
got to
impact
back
that-
off on
Right.
these dadgum criticisms and expectations of
it doesn't
at least the
paint
good
picture.
players we have.
Right. It doesn't paint the picture of how impactful a player Tony Brackens was.
Right.
If you only look at the sack numbers, and we can get caught up in the same thing with Josh Hines Allen.
Right.
Right? Like you look at him
100%.
and say, well, he was an 8 sack guy, so he was bad. It's like, I don't think that's true. Like he may not have achieved at the level you thought he could last year here in Jacksonville. I'm disappointed with him that he had the season he had, but it's not because I thought he was bad last year here in Jacksonville. It's because I have a level of expectation
That's fair.
for Josh Hines Allen, and I expect him to hit that bar year after year. You don't get 17.5 one year and then the next year do what he did and everyone go, oh, that's okay.
Right.
Like that's not going to be the reaction to that kind of thing. But I think people do overreact to, well, he's bad. That's not true.
For sure.
Like nobody in the league feels like Josh Hines Allen is a bad football
he's a
player.
good
That's
football
a crazy thing to say.
Right.
But fans are going to say crazy things every now and then. That's fine.
Have a great show.
Thank you.
Just a bit of news to end on, and certainly can be construed as a sad news. The former president of FSU, but John Thrasher has passed away.
Oh,
a long
good
time.
dude.
Yeah,
Very good dude. Orange Park.
He was based here on the First Coast, state legislator, businessman, lawyer, lobbyist, 15th president of FSU.
Very popular president.
Had it pretty recently, really, all right, until about 4 or 5 years ago. So grew up in Jacksonville, got his degree in business from Florida State. So he's a grad there, and was on Bronze Stars from his military background as well. And so Thrasher, let me see, get an age here. 20. Yeah, I think I saw 79. I don't want to misspeak, but anyway. Condolences there. Have a great weekend, everyone. It's been a GFL Friday. Jaguars Today is next.